Who's the one who told who would be participating? Is it Muskan?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, beautiful. We have 2 people. Ready? Ready for the game?
Okay,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
All right. So which language would you prefer to speak? English or Kannada or Hindi or Spanish, Japanese, French?
Hindi, Kannada.
Hindi and Kannada. Okay, why not English? Let us just give a try in English, right?
Okay, ma'am. Okay, ma'am.
Beautiful.
Also.
Okay, all of you, I know it's virtual clap, but people, please do clap for both of them since they have, participated. Virtual clap, that's okay. All right. Okay, so here you go with the game rules. All right. So Muskan, you should tell something. You should basically be telling something to, buddy, what's your name? Sachin, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And Sachin, in return, you should respond whatever you have understood. Ready for the game? All right.
Okay, ma'am.
So Muskan, what will you be telling is only blah, 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 blah. That's it. Nothing else. Okay. I'll tell you start. So you have to tell blah, 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 blah. Right? Okay. Until and unless I ask you to stop, please continue the same. All right. Ready?
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes,
Start. Muskan, start.
What I can say, ma'am?
You should tell only blah, 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 blah.
Blah, 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 blah.
Go on telling. Go on telling.
Blah, 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 blah.
Okay, stop. Sachin, you tell me, what did you understand? What is she trying to tell?
She told blah 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 blah, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Anything else that you understood? Nothing.
No, ma'am.
All right, beautiful. Yeah, a huge round of applause for both of them participating. Thank you so much. People, this was just an energizer. There was nothing else behind it, right? We'll have
Okay.
a few energizers like this in the session as well. All right. Okay, I hope all of you have already had your breakfast, because people, please don't skip your breakfast. That is super damn important. And I guess I'm audible to everyone out there. Yes? Okay, please.
Yes,
Yes, yeah. Anyone? Okay, I heard someone speaking. All right. So when I'm speaking, you can mute your audios. But when I ask you to speak, make sure that you turn on your audios, right? Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
But videos, let the videos be turned on. Else I feel that I'm speaking only to the my laptop. All right, beautiful. Let the videos be turned on. You can mute your audios. All right. So people, today, as sir has already told the skills that you'll be learning exactly, what do we have in our agenda today is job search strategies, right? Right.
Yes, ma'am.
And then you have your interview skills, your resume building, your group discussion, and all of the skills. So, okay, frankly, tell me how many of you want to have job? You can just raise your hands. I can see it through the video. How many of you want to have job? Okay, only 2 of them. I can see only 2 of them turning on your videos. All right. Others, even though if you are not there in the proper environment, okay, I can see people responding. Okay, super good, super good. Nice. I love the way you are responding. Great energy though. All right, beautiful. Okay. So to just start off with our job strategy, how to search basically. See, obviously all of us want to have job, right? All of you are from which stream? Is it engineering or degree or any other stream? Okay, whatever is the stream might be. I'm basically engineering graduate. Unfortunately, can't help fate, destiny. That's okay. I am basically engineering student, and by then I didn't know, how to just get into a job, right? You people, all of you are lucky enough because you are learning how to just start searching out for job, looking out for job, right? So we'll quickly look into the first skill that all of us should know. Ready? Ready for it? All right, beautiful. Okay, so I'll be sharing. Yes. Yes, we have people pursuing BCom. Right, beautiful. So I'll be sharing the screen right now. So people, make sure that you are on your full screen so that you'll be able to see all the PPTs running through. All right. Okay, is the screen visible for all of you out there? Just drop a text, because even though if you're not able to, turn on your videos, that's fine, but try. Okay. So yes, I was speaking about job search strategy. Right.
Stool show.
All right. So people, what do you think is job searching? ಹೀಗೆ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಸಿಕ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಾ ಜಾಬ್ ನೀವು ಹುಡುಕ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ?
No, ma'am.
Yes.
No, never.
Never. Yes. Correct. So what are the exact things that you are supposed to do? Anyone, you can just let me know. You'll have a lot of struggle. You'll have to go through the struggling phase in your life in order to get a good, lump sum amount in your bank accounts, right? You'll have to just keep going with your planning, your organizing and stuff like that. Okay, anyone who has already started searching for job can let me know what exactly is the strategy that all of us should have. People, am I being too fast, or okay, do you want me to slow down the pace? Am I speaking too fast? Yes. I guess people are shy here. They don't turn up, is it? All right. Okay. We will start off with what exactly is job searching strategy. All right. So we'll just go through this, and trust me, people, the next skills that you'll be learning, probably you wouldn't have learned it anywhere. All right. Okay.
Yes.
Do you want me to continue with the same language, or do you want me to change the language if in case you're finding it difficult? I gave you options: English, Kannada, Hindi, French, German. Which one do you want me to? German is fine? Okay, all right. So what do we have in our agenda today under job searching strategy? Okay, we'll be learning all the things that is being displayed on the screen. What exactly is job search? What are the various techniques that you can inculcate in your life in order to get a super good job in your life? And what are the different types of job markets that are available? And what are the plans that you should start working on, right? Okay, so all those things we'll be learning in this particular session of job searching strategy. Ready for it, people? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. I can see only one person turning on the video. Others, please do turn on your videos. All of you are not in town. You are somewhere outside. Is it, people?
No, ma'am.
No. Why do you sound so low? What happened, people? See, I have only 2 students. Super good students of the session. All right. Okay, we'll directly start off with what exactly is job search. What do you think is job searching? Basically, you start hunting for employment, right? Jobs.
Yes.
Another intention in my mind. You'll start looking out for jobs, right? The process of
Yes.
hunting. Yes, the process of hunting
Yes.
for employment is known as job search, right?
Yes.
Getting my point,
Yes,
people?
ma'am.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
There. You need not respond, that's okay, but turn on your videos. That's fine.
Okay,
Alright.
ma'am.
So what exactly is happening in our country? Do you feel that employment opportunities are not sufficient for all of us out there? People usually graduates or people like you feel that there are no jobs at all, but that is actually a myth. That is not the thing. You have lakhs, I can tell you, not crores though, but you have got lakhs of opportunities which are not being used yet, right? So we'll learn how to use all those opportunities together so that we'll have
On kara door band kar niche. Ayya.
Okay, people, mute your audios, everyone. Please mute your audios. All right. Okay, so we'll be learning what exactly are the things that are happening in the market so that we'll have a clear picture as in what exactly to be done. All right, so the first thing that I told is, yes, all of us are in this situation
you in
of
this similar
wanting to have
situation?
a job, right? All of
Yes,
us
ma'am.
want to have a job. Why do we want to have job? We want to have money in our pockets. We want to spend. We want to go out for shopping. We want to just repay our loans, our debts, clear all our extra things that we might have developed. Correct? Have a huge bungalow, have good wife, a good husband, and 2 kids, 10 kids, or whatever you want, right? So for all these things, it's not only for money, people. Okay, job searching is not only for money, right? In order to gain knowledge and skills as well, we use this, you know, a few techniques that I'll be letting you know in the session. All right. So what exactly is job search? As I told, job searching is basically the process wherein you just go out of your zone and try to find opportunities for your employment, right? As I told, it is not that easy to get because it depends on your background, it depends on your qualifications that you have done, and it depends on the availability of opportunities as well, right? So all these external criteria will definitely be there, and your job searching process. Please don't worry about that. In this particular session, you will learn the smart way to just pick up
Hello, Arpita. Hello,
Hello.
Arpita. You can hear? Hello. Okay. There must be a technical glitch with Madam. She'll be logging in soon. Okay, guys. So, how many of you are fresher over here? How many of you have finished your course, your degree, and searching for a job? You can say, you can raise your hand. One, Sachin, I can see. Miss Thomas, you're pursuing or completed? Yes,
I'm pursuing, sir.
you're pursuing. Good. What about Muskan? Yes, one more I can see. 757. You can rename yourself. 757E15A0. The lady who's raising her hand, you can rename yourself. Okay, good. Arpita is here. You can take out the session, Arpita.
yes, sir. All right. So yes, we were speaking about what exactly is the technique that we should be dealing with so that we just end up having a proper job, right? So people, as I told, all of us will be in the same notion that uh, since right from the scratch, that is your degree. If you feel that I'll start searching my job and later after my degree is done, after I'm done with my graduation, no, please take that a kind of mentality that you have in yourselves. That is not going to work out. You got to start searching for job right from your first year of your degree or whatever is the graduation that you're pursuing, right? Understanding, please don't delay things, as you never know, the job that you have searched for might end up uh, probably you might get the interview letter after 2 years or 3 years. It's mere waste of time, right? So job searching is actually a tedious task. It might be 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, or whatever it is, right? Getting my point, people? So this was about job search and the duration that might considered be related to the job.
Hello.
Hi guys, I think Madam is having an issue with the internet. Not to worry, she'll be logging in soon. So as my question was, how many of you have finished your graduation, PG, and how many of you are pursuing? I can see over here some students. Kanika Maurya, she's pursuing. And Miss Thomas pursuing economics. Manjula completed MBA, searching for a job. I study BA second year. Very good. Finally, I become. We're happy to see you guys still pursuing your. You have an interest in taking up the schools. Good. Okay. Arpita. Yes.
Yes, sir.
Go. I'll be back again.
So, if possible, you can mute all their audios.
Yes, I'll be doing that. Yes. Arpita, you can unmute yourself.
Right, sir.
Yes.
Okay, sorry about the technical issue, people. I have got zero clue what just happened. All right, we have got people from MCOM and BCom, right? Super good. All of you are almost in your final years, right? That's great. So this topic is super important for all of you, right? Please don't think about the theoretical aspect. I'll be giving you a few examples as well. I'll share you my instances, my life story, so that it'll be a turning point to our life. I hope so. All right. So we were just speaking about the steps involved for job searching, right. So we were in this slide. Okay. So what are the basic steps everyone you need to follow? This might seem to be, a rocket science, but it's actually not, people, right? I'll make it simpler. I'll give you a number of examples so that you definitely understand what exactly is job searching. Right? Okay. So self-assessment. Let us speak about the first point. What is self-assessment? Right? What is self-assessment? You should know what you are. What are the skills that you possess? What knowledge that you have? Where do you want to get into? See, basically, I was I'm an engineering student with ENC, Electronics and Communication. Right? I cannot get into commerce background. Does it make sense? No. So all these things you got to jot it down on a paper. Take a piece of paper or your normal sticky notes or the normal notes that you have. Write down all the things that is related to you, right? That is all about self-assessment. What are the skills that you possess? What are you good at? What have you learned? What are your qualifications? And whether you want to just get into a job, or what are your external factors that you should be aware about. Please make a note of all these things. As I gave an example, engineering student cannot get into commerce directly because the knowledge varies. I mean, the skills vary, right? Getting my point, understanding? Okay. So this is the first step of knowing yourself, right? Getting my point, people? If you have any queries, you can just let me know by the end of the session. I'll be clearing all your doubts. So this was about self-assessment. Speaking about the external factors, as you see it on the screen, I have seen many people, they'll agree for the job and later they'll be like, no, night shift, oh no, no, all these things you shouldn't give as an excuse. Getting my point? Night shift, I cannot do it. then why employers will definitely question you, why did you choose the night shift or day shift, whatever you are not comfortable with, right? So please have a note on this before signing in the agreement. Whenever you get into a company, please make a note of all these things, or rather keep in your mind that you have a check on all these things. The first thing is about the day shift, right? Okay. Second thing, travel limitations. I have seen people traveling 150 to 200 kilometers up and down daily to the company, right? People, if you are flexible, only then opt for a company which is far away from you. Else, make sure that if you have few constraints, if you're not able to travel, if you don't have a car, if you don't want to travel in bus, make sure that you just join a company which is like nearby, according to your wish, right? Getting my point? Next thing is about physical demands, right? I'll give you an example. I had a friend of mine. He was from mechanical department. In my first year engineering, I was EC student, and this mechanical student, no workshops will be there, mechanical soldering, welding, and all those things. This person, he was like, "Nan pakka workshop garage fix." He was in that internship. All right. So people, if you have already decided, to put yourself in such a labor wherein your physical work is required, then fine. All right. But whatever you've decided, you got to be ready for that. Getting my point? Yes, but I was not ready for physical labor and all. I was okay with only this desk job, but my passion was teaching. That is why I entered this field, right? You might be wondering, ma'am, I mean, she's done this engineering and now she is HR basically. That is why, because my passion just drove me to this field. All right, whatever you want to learn, do it. Whatever you want to have as your dream job, please make sure that you work on it. Like within a click of a clock or tick of sound or whatever it is, you will not be getting it. Okay. So after the physical demands, the next thing is family situation. As I told, see, few of the families will be like kind of orthodox. They'll not be allowing you to go to just distant places, or they'll be like, they want you to just work only for a day and not during the night. So considering all these factors, you got to search for the job. It's not just random search. No, open your laptop, type in jobs in Bengaluru. Ella sigate job, BPO, illi, in Majestic you'll get Kalasipalia, whatever it is. So make sure that you are searching for the job according to your skills. All right. So these were few factors that I've already told. And the next thing all of you should keep in mind is, people, whatever interests you, please do that, right? As I gave you an example, I'm basically EC student. Others, all of my friends wanted to get into computer field. That wasn't my interest at all. So I didn't even step there towards computer field. Getting my point? EC madidini. So why will I get into computer and coding and all those stuff? Because my interests, my plans were already made. Getting my point? Yeah. If you haven't planned your life at people, this is high time right now. You got to start planning, because without a proper plan, you'll end up in a way wherein you'll not be able to come up. You'll be left in the ocean, right in the middle of the ocean with nobody around. So make sure that you plan accordingly, right? Okay. The next thing that all of us should consider is understand the job market. So can anyone tell me, see, I have given you what are the two types of job markets that you can have. The one is visible and the other is not visible. Can anyone let me know what exactly is this visible and non-visible market, job market? Can you just give me an example? You can just drop your text or you can unmute yourself and let me know.
Visible job marketing means directly we go through the customers and talk about the whatever product we sell or what may be the things. And invisible means it is like telecalling or like that.
Is it? Sure.
We can't meet the customer, but we'll sell the products by through telecalling or something.
Okay. Yeah, but you have tried.
Like that.
Yeah, you have tried big upload.
What I understood that one, I don't.
Yeah, but it's the other way around. Can anyone try with the answers, come up with the answers. Before you search for job, you need to know all these things. What is visible market and hidden job market? Okay, I'll tell it for you. Visible market is nothing but, all the visible job market is nothing but, people, they do advertise about their companies. They'll, end up start updating the portals as in we need jobs for so and so positions. Like, you can see your social media and your profiles, right? Your job portals, your Naukri, your Monster, your Quicker, whatnot. So people basically who advertise about the jobs, that market is called as visible job market, wherein you can directly go and search. But hidden job markets are not like that. It will not be advertised. No. It will basically happen through other people, your contacts. Especially, you would have heard about this, right? Nama atte reference kodsidru, my baijan give me reference to get into HCL, to get into Bosch, things like that. That is called as hidden job market, wherein directly you cannot apply to the job. You can do it with the help of a reference or any other contacts, right? This is a major difference between visible job market and hidden job market. Getting my point, people? Okay, so this was what I meant. Wherein here in the hidden job market, you will have zero advertising, as I already told. Hidden job market will only be, be available to few people. So what exactly is hidden job market is, people will not advertise about the openings in their company. They'll not do it. Major two reasons, because they don't want to invest in advertising, or they want to write candidate by the help of their employee referrals and things like that. So this is what is called as hidden job market. You got to dig it up with the help of your contact. I'll tell you how to build your contacts as well. Don't worry. When I just finished my engineering, I had zero contacts. I had no one to help me out. My friends got selected. How do you feel when your best friend gets selected to a company and he or she is earning lakhs together and you are there in your home with no opportunity? It feels bad, right? But that's okay. We are here to help you out with this particular session. All right. So yeah, that was the basic gist about visible and hidden job market. Visible is wherein you can directly go to the website or portals of the company and apply. You can just have have your resumes rolling out, and you can just directly have a walk-in interview, as you call it, right? So this was about your visible and hidden job market. The next thing that, yes, as I told, all the major, this hidden job market will be around, it will have all the opportunities, right? Around 80 to 85% of the opportunities will be under hidden job market. So you'll have to just go and dig it, right? Getting my point, people? Don't worry about how to make contacts, because the next thing that we'll be discussing about how to have a good network. All right. Okay. The next thing is research and identify potential employers. So how do you do this? How can you just do this? How do you build your network? Yes, how do you have contacts with people? Isn't that difficult? Yes, it is. It is difficult, right? So what is the first thing that you can do is, people, if you have got zero contacts, that's okay. Start attending interviews, right? Getting my point? You can just directly get into any of the organizations. Say you have industrial fields here in Bangalore, you have many industrial fields, like one there in Pina. You can just directly get in, talk to the concerned person, to the HR. You can just tell about your skills, let them know about that. So this is the way of building your contact, right? The second thing is, just attend job fairs that will be happening in and around you, right? You can look into the newspapers, classifieds. In your Vijay Karnataka, you get something called as job classifieds. Please start looking at that. Don't waste your time, because none of them will come and give it to you. Take, this is a job for you. Please do have it. No, that is not happening. You got to start doing it on your own. Okay. What's the first thing? You can just go meet up the concerned person in the organization. The second thing is, you can start attending job fairs or any related fairs, which is regarding jobs or any other educational institutions like that. The next thing is, please be a part of any of the organization, or rather have a membership. I was in this particular organization, which was actually teaching students. It was a normal organization, one of my friends. From there, I got a huge platform of training. You'll never trust me this. People, let me tell you one thing. All the, all the efforts that you put in will definitely be fruitful one day, right? Okay. That was the third step of being a part of any of the organization, which is related to your job, right? Or job searching or building up your contacts. The next thing is social media. As all of us know, you can start looking into the social media. All the companies basically, you'll have groups, that is job groups or whatever it is, that will be posted in Facebook and other social media platforms, right? Please be a part of all such things instead of just looking into others posts, others photo shoots and all. You can do this. You can use your social media wise, right? And the last thing is volunteering. That is what, as I told you, can just get to know about a particular field individually. You can start gaining knowledge on that. So all these things are a part of job searching, right? Okay. And the next thing that I would like to pay much attention to is have your LinkedIn profile. All of you have your LinkedIn profile? Yeah, have you created your profile in LinkedIn? What exactly is LinkedIn? It is basically a job platform. Yes, it's basically a job platform wherein you can start getting in contact with the HRs and other people, right? Yes, people. Okay, one of you just let me know if in case you have got any opportunity with LinkedIn. Anyone? None of you? None of you have created it? Yes, okay, we have 2 people, right? Beautiful, that is what. See, when you start looking out for jobs, it is, as I told, it's a struggling period initially, but trust me, you will enjoy the, fruits later, right? Okay, we do have one more person here. Yes. Okay. So Manjula and Asima, and we have Ms. Thomas. So could you just let me know what was the job profile that you had applied for and you got the job there? If you want to just let us know about your story. Okay, we'll have this one-on-one conversation at the end. We'll just look into this job searching strategies. We'll just end up with this, and we have got few more important skills as well. Okay, I want all of you to just quickly turn on your videos, only for 2 minutes. Only for 2 minutes. We'll have an energizer. Quickly, quickly. Quickly. Okay, all of you have turned on your videos. Okay, we have other people, Jeevan, Asima, please turn on your videos. Only your videos, only your videos. Archana, Muskan, okay, Muskan is there already here. Kanika, Pavitra, I want to see your beautiful faces, yeah, why do you hide? Okay, Kanika, I asked, I was speaking about LinkedIn, but now I have just started off with the energizer. I want all of you to turn on the videos for that. Ready? Okay, yes, beautiful. See how good you are, and why do you turn off your videos? All right, so people, I guess my voice is audible, super audible. Yeah? Yes? Okay. I want all of you to keep your hands on your chin, like this, quickly. Keep your hands on your chin. Keep your hands on your chin. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Quickly. Keep your hands on your chin. People, where is your chin? Is this your chin or this is your chin? This is a way to test your listening skills. Chin yapdu, idu alva. These are your cheeks. Correct. Yeah, see, I can know how many of you have got good listening skills, people. It is, listening skills are also a part of your personality development, right? I know this session is kind of bit speaking about the life skills and all, but yes, I'll give you a few tips here every now and then, because having good life skills are also important, right? Okay, beautiful. If you have got anything to ask, you can just drop your message in the chat box. Whenever I read it, I'll definitely be clearing all your doubts. Okay, we'll just look into job searching strategies. We'll quickly have a look on that. All right. Yes, we were speaking about LinkedIn, right? That was our last slide. This was our last slide, as I told. Be active in social media instead of just looking into other posts. The photo chanagide, nannatra photo illa. Instead of cribbing, please start making use of a good platform like this, your Facebook, your blogs, your Twitter. And yes, people, one thing, if you are not familiar with using Twitter, please don't use it, right? You'll end up into controversies, because yes, correct alva, Twitter alli the random text you type, and you might end up filing a case against yourselves. So make sure that if you're not aware about Twitter, you don't use it. Use your Facebook, use your LinkedIn, what are your job portals, your Monster, your Naukri, and things like that, right? The next thing that I would like to speak about is create job search toolkit. So this is super damn important. Job searching toolkits, as you know, resume, business card, and your social media. I spoke about social media already, right? Your resume, I'll speaking about that in our next session. All right, I mean in the same course only, but after a while. And the next thing is your business card. If you are a fresher, that's okay. Even if you're having your business cards, you might have your own startups, right? You might have your own organizations. Please do have a proper business card, correct? Getting my point, people? So resumes, business cards, and the social media are going to play an important role in job searching. They form a toolkit. Okay. Why am I stressing about your resume and your business card? Trust me, people, whenever you enter the interview panel, the first thing that they're going to see is, apart from all of the skills, your resume. If your resume is super good to look at, me being a HR, I'll tell you, if you have designed your resume in such a way that it is like kind of impressing, trust me, your chances of getting into the company will be like almost 80%. The next 30% is dependent on you. When I speak about resumes, I'll tell you all the things. Like girls, especially all of us, like guys will not do it. Right. Harish, please do mute. Yeah. Thank you. All right. So yeah, I'll speak about resumes later. Business card. See, people, wherever you go, you can't give your resumes to the person. Sir, please tagoli sir, na resume tagoli sir. You can't do such things, right? So for the same reason, you should have a business card. It's like a formal way of representing yourself, carrying yourselves out in a beautiful and professional way. Yes, getting my point, people? Social media, as I've already told, you can have your own blogs, you can have your own personal websites, but it should be used, or probably you should just post things which are formal, correct? Getting my point? Please don't post things which are not related. So all these things you can do. So the next thing that we can discuss, yes, about your LinkedIn. I've already told about creating your own websites, personal websites, your blogs, wherein you can start posting about things so that people who just have a look or sneak peek on your website can definitely feel like just having contact, or rather in touch with you as a HR, or anyone who are going through our profiles will definitely get in contact with you, right? The next thing, yes, as I told, whenever you are using your social media platform, make sure that you are using it for a right cause, good cause. Yes, you are not degrading others, you are not bullying others, because all these will be made note of. Getting my point, people? HRs, whosoever is trying to search or basically says, for example, people do one thing, just open Google, probably after the session, right? If you are using your cell phones now, that's okay. After your sessions, Google yourself, open Google, type in your name, and let me know what is that you get. Okay, when I give a short break, you can do this, right? Open Google, type in your name, and let me know what did you get. Do you think you're such a great personality, you're a great celebrity, so that ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಥಟ್ ಅಂತ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ವೆಬ್ಸೈಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ. You just search and let me know. All right. Okay. And yes, online presence, that is what I told you, can be a part of all the portals. Please, if you haven't created your profiles in all the online portals, job portals that have mentioned, please do it, because it's high time right now. And during this COVID, it's like the employees, the current employees are also losing their jobs. Imagine the chances of you getting into companies, right? I'm not scaring you people, I'm telling the actual reality fact. Okay. Yes, all these things I've already told. You got to keep things professional. And the next thing that I would like to mention is spend time job searching at home. If you are working anywhere in any of the companies currently working and you want to have change of job, please don't search for job when during your work hours, because that is not professional, right? Okay. When you come to your home, return, when you just come back to your home after you're done with things at your office, you can start searching for job, right? Please don't do such things which are against the etiquettes, against the company norms, because the company will not be accepting for the same, right? Okay. Yes. And the next thing is build professional network. As I've already told, what is networking? You get in contact with people in order to build a rapport, in order to create opportunities for yourselves, right? In order to land up into the dream job that I've already told. All of us want to earn, yes, but for that we need to just struggle hard. Start building your own network. Network is basically the relation that we have between people, which we term it to be professional, right? So when you just build a network, say suppose I just got into contact with the HR, one of the HRs. What is the first thing that I should do? Talk about your skills. Talk about your skills. See, if you are a programmer, or if you are a BCom student or MCom student, or whatever it is, tell them you're good in accounting. Tell them you're good in all the financial, whatever it is, your skills. If you are a BA student, tell them you're good in your own personal skills. If you're engineering students, tell them that you are good in coding. Please make sure that you are creating you're portraying yourself in a beautiful way. Getting my point, people? So that the network that you want to build is a strong one, right? Done with contacting. What's the next thing that you should do? As I've already told, once you're done with contacting the person, please do keep a track, right? Have a follow up. Do call them about the job opportunities, and make sure that you're not speaking anything else apart from the professional aspect. That is the first and foremost thing that you got to keep in mind. What you should say, speak only related things, as I've already told, which is about your job, right? Getting my point? And we will get into few other things, in your interview skills. Don't worry about that. I'll be telling what not to do, what to do, and all other stuff, right? So contact the person, have a follow up, do maintain a record. ಇವತ್ತಿಷ್ಟು ಜನಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಲ್ ಮಾಡಿದೆ, they have picked it, they have responded, and they have told so and so, whatever it is. All of you might be using your cell phones, right? At least your Android. Make a note of it. What is the date? What is who's the person that you've contacted? Mention their name, mention the company name, mention the timings, and what is the status. That's it. Simple, people. Start doing this, right? Okay. Yes, as I've already told, you got to keep a track of all the things that you have been doing so far. Just out matadi bitre, you'll not be able to grab job opportunities. You got to portray yourself in such a way that they feel like at least referring you to someone else for the company or things like that, right? So for that, you should contact the right person. What are the things that you can do in order to get a proper network? Be a part of any of the organization. Get into industries directly. Say for example, if you are interested in electronics, you can get into BHEL, you can get into HAL. That's okay. You can start doing internships there, right? Okay. So your contacts will be built in a beautiful way. Getting my point? Yes, I'm stressing on this networking because without which you cannot properly have a strategic planning, because networking is that important aspect in your job process, people. ಹೀಗೆ ಯಾರು ಕೆಲಸ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ನಮಗೆ. Getting my point, right? So as I told, we'll speak about what to talk when you are with the HR or all other things. That's okay. I'll be telling about the grooming. I'll be telling about what extra documents or whatever it is. Everything in our interview skill section. All right. For both I mean girls and guys, I'll be telling what to do and what not to do. The next thing that we got to have is, make sure that if you just build a contact one contact today, please don't start building it, because the number matters. ಈಗ ಒಬ್ಬರ ಹತ್ರ ನಿಮ್ಮ ಜಾಬ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಹೇಳಿರ್ತಾರ ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, about your skills, right? If you just tell, he might forget, right? But if in case you're having 2-3 members along the same plane, if you're having many members, your chances of getting into the job is quite easy, right? Getting my point? So build a super strong network and increase your probably the chances of landing into the right place, whichever you want, right? The next thing is what exactly that you should be doing. I've already discussed about this, but it's just a kind of recap, right? When you have already when you've already got a word, you have, say suppose I had a word with one of the HR today, right? Please make sure that before you talk to them, you got to rehearse, what should I speak, what shouldn't I speak. If they are from a company, make sure that you research about the company and the related knowledge about that, because if you just go talk to them with no idea what you are supposed to, that will be a utter flop show, right? Prepare yourself first initially. And the next thing is, if you're having your own startups or if you're having your own organization, as I told, please carry your business cards. Sir, I forgot there in my place, and that is a lame reason that you can possibly give there, right? Don't do anything as such. Plan your things accordingly, and trust me, people, you will come up with flying colors, because this is the same thing that I've been doing. I have already told you, right? I had 0 contacts, and later I just start building it. That's it. Yeah, this the point that you see, the very first point, using a silly sounding email names. I'll tell you, people, you should have a professional emails. I guess all of you have got email IDs. Okay, it shouldn't be something like this, avaraashik@gmail.com, I am only yours @gmail.com, inti nimma prichi @gmail.com. Please avoid all such freaking mails, because that doesn't sound professional. Getting my point? You being students, I know you will have all such email IDs created in order to just like probably kind of fun, or to just show off. That's okay. But when you are giving your mail IDs to a company, make sure that it is super professional, right? So my name is Arpita R. It would be better if you are having your names, not your friend's name, not your neighbor's name in the mail ID. It would be better if you're having your name in the mail ID, right? I just came across a situation. I was taking interview for a student. His mail ID, people, you will never guess. His mail ID was bondnaga007 @gmail.com. Please don't have such mail IDs, right? Okay. This is the next thing. Being pompous. The first thing that I would like to clear is, people, whenever someone is talking to you, please do listen to them. It shouldn't be like you're giving importance to your own self and you're not listening to them. Please don't do it when you're right in front of HR or any person related to your network, right? The next thing, yes, about your gestures, about your dressing sense, all those will be discussed in our interview skills, right? The last thing is networking as short term. So that is what, see, build your assets. Assets andre enu gotta yarigadru? Something which is valuable, wherein you need not spend money, right? Getting my point? Build your network in such a way that you are mutually benefited. I'm speaking only about in professional terms, right? So this was all about your job searching techniques, and I've already mentioned what exactly is the hidden job market, and I've told how to search hidden job market, because most of the job opportunities are there inside this. This isn't visible. This will be there with the senior employee management, basically with the higher level of people, wherein they'll have this referral, giving reference to others. They'll have this chances, right? So you got to go contact them and build a rapport, so that you can have a super good opportunity to get into the job that you have been aspiring for, right? And there are few things that all of you should be knowing before just finishing up with this. So yeah, if you are applying for a job, make sure that you just follow the requirements. Say if you are basically a graphic designer, okay, and the job role is for something else, ಬೇರೆದಕ್ಕೆ ಯಾವುದೋ ಇದೆ job, but your skills are with graphic designing, then please don't apply for the job. This is the first rule. Look into your requirements. If it matches only, then apply, else don't. Getting my point? ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಜಾಬ್ ಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕೆ ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು please don't upload your resumes to the websites, because that will turn out to be a major hit back for yourselves, right? Rule 1 is that. Second rule, as I told, do mass mailing. ಒಬ್ರಿಗೆ ಮಾಡಿ ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಆಗಬೇಡಿ. If you're sending your resumes or mail, please don't do it just for a single person. Do it for a number of people, so that even if one person is busy and if he's not responding to your mails, that's okay. The other one will respond. Getting my point, people? Yes. Second point is that mass mailing. Third point, emphasize your education. If you want to improve your skills, start doing it, because you got to upskill yourself. As I told, your qualifications will only not matter, your skills will matter a lot, right? Even though you are I had a friend of mine, he was a gold he was a rank student, and he also got a gold medal. But trust me, even today he is on streets searching for job. Yeah. So only your education will not matter. Even if you have scored 90, even if you score 98%, your education is just a gateway. This just like a pathway for your interview, in order to get into the interview. That's it. Come out of this notion that a 95% is a job pakka fix. No, right? This is your third rule. Fourth rule, yeah, as I told, even if you have got the contact of any person, don't keep calling them. Wait until they respond. This is one of the etiquettes, right? Ivattu ಮಾತಾಡಿದ್ದೀನಿ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ, the same evening, please don't call them. Give them at least 1 day gap, right, people? All these procedures you need to follow. Next thing, use the interviewer to talk all about you. As I told, when you get the platform, please make use of it. Start telling about your skills, right? Because see, if you don't tell it, they'll not get to know, right? So whenever you get the chance, please portray yourself in such a way. You need not tell about your personal things. You need not tell. You can just speak only about your education, your qualification, your skills, and what you're looking out for in the company, right? And the next thing, about salary. If you're a fresher, anyways, I'll be discussing this in interview skills, but to give you a gist, if you're a fresher, please don't directly speak about the salary. Please don't speak about the salary. Sir, ಒಂದು 20,000 ಸಂಬಳ ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ, 60,000 ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ? No, that shouldn't be your point, right? So if you are experienced person, then you can start and negotiate your salary. You can just give a range. But for freshers, I insist, whenever they ask like what, or rather even if you want to ask also, just avoid the salary thing, right? We'll discuss this in detail in your interview skills. And the next thing is, yes, don't contact the company if it rejects you. Getting my point? Please don't go and beg them, even if they reject. So please accept my resume. I want to get into the company. No, please don't do it. If they want, they'll call you back. Else, that's it. Chapter closed. Start moving on. Start just because it's not only one company in the entire world. You have got hell lots of companies there. So if one company rejects you, that's fine. You know, this Alibaba founder. You know what is Alibaba? Alibaba is a website, right? Online shopping website. The CEO of that particular company, right? He was named Alibaba. The CEO was rejected 30 times. Trust me, 30 times. If I get a chance to tell about a story, I'll let you know about it. But yeah, please don't degrade yourself. Don't just discourage yourself. You got to keep going. So yeah, so this was about what exactly we have spoken. I guess I've given you all sorts of a clear picture about job searching, evaluating yourselves. Why couldn't you get into the job? If in case they have rejected you, make sure that you just sit down for a while and think what could be the faults. Don't just pressurize yourselves, so that if you just get to know what your faults, you can improvise in the next turn whenever you are searching for job. Right, people? Mistakes I've already told. What are the mistakes that you should be avoiding? See, don't just directly jump in for large companies. Start with the initial small organizations that we call it as startups. Go give your resumes. That's okay, even if you're working in startups, which is actually kind of recognizable, right? That's fine. That's fine. Yeah. And if you have got one planning and if it is not working out, plan A is not working out, step out, have plan B, have another plan, a backup plan, right? So all these things you got to keep in mind. And I've spoken about being professional. I've told about your business cards. I've told about your dressing etiquettes. I'll discuss in detail though. Yes, and impersonal approach. I've told your approach should be completely professional. No speaking about personal things. Getting my point, people? So all these things, when you apply in your process of job searching, trust me, you will at least not 10, though at least you'll have a single opportunity in your hand, right? Okay. So yep, this is again like what exactly should you be doing. I'll just give you a gist about this. Before applying for the job, please know yourselves. As I've already told, you should know your skills, what you are good at, and what is the knowledge that you have. The next thing is, see, you should have a proper target. Say for example, you have studied BCom. If you want to become, or if you want to get into the same field, please do go. Else, if you have got a chaos in your mind, as in where to go, what exactly to do, if you have got that chaos in your mind, that will probably have a curve in your job searching. That might create confusion in yourselves as in what to do, right? So have a proper target. If you have decided, if that's fine, well and good. If you haven't decided, take one day time. Today you think about it, and tomorrow you can have a proper decision where exactly which field you want to get into. This is about having a particular target, right? As I told, I had a fixed mind. Even though I was studying engineering, I had made up my mind to get into teaching, to get into training students, because sorry, that was my passion, right? So that is very much important. Have a right proper target. Okay. Next is be assertive and proactive. Okay. Assertive andre, what do you mean by assertive? So there's something called being aggressive. Aggressive and like being angry, right? No, that shouldn't be the case. Being assertive is something which is between being aggressive and being modest. So aggressive is like completely being angry, right? That is towards this end, this particular end. And being shy, modest, that is introvert, is towards the other end. You shouldn't be both. You shouldn't be both. You should be in between. Being assertive, right? Okay, assertive means you are not too much extrovert as well, but you speak whenever required. That is only in terms of professional, and not showing your angerness. So all these things is called as being assertive. The next thing is sleuthing. The meaning of sleuthing is, people, when you just search something, which is actually being like detective, as I told, hidden job market. If you probably have a clear picture, like by now you have already understood what exactly is hidden job market, right? So start digging it out. I am stressing this point because see, even if you just ignore this hidden job market, you are losing most of the job opportunities, right? So make sure that you just behave like a detective. You just start searching out for jobs, right? Okay. And work the network. That has already been discussed. Build a super strong network, have contacts with people, related people, professional people. And yes, you can have your resumes and other things. You can just go to one of the concerned people who can just go through your resumes and correct it if it's required. So all these things will help you, will enhance your skills, and as well as the process of job search, right? Okay. And I've already told about the shifts. If you remember, if you're okay to work with day shift or night shift or whatever it is, only then agree for the job. And but usually what happens is in your first year will be a struggle a little bit, your first year of your job. Okay, make sure that you're flexible, like during the office hours, and you're not being lazy like a sloth bear, right? Sorry. So you got to be prepared for all these things, right? Okay. And the last thing, or probably the important thing that I would like to mention, is say clearly whatever you've got, your whatever you want to tell it, please do it initially. Please don't wait. You need not do that. See, if you are very specific, very specific about the timings, mention it to the employer, the person there, whoever it is, because you cannot sit and fight after you've got the job. So make sure that your words are clear enough before early prior. Okay. And yes, we have discussed about keeping careful records, having track about the main contacts that we have discussed. Ivatto jate matade, ಎಷ್ಟು ಜನ ಜೊತೆ ಮಾತಾಡಿದೆ, and what is the number of people that I have contacted for, what is the company name, and all those things. And I've already told people, please don't lose hopes. When the company is excellent, it's fine. We'll have opportunities to get into other companies as well. So all these things you should be knowing. And yeah, here we just speak about the summary. Have what is the first thing that we just discussed? Update your profiles, right? In all the medias, that is your job portals, and have a good network. Please be assertive, please be professional, and make sure that you keep a track of all the records that you have contacted. Have a record on all the things that you have done, right? So this is all about your job strategic searching, right, people? So if you have got anything, we'll just discuss for 2 minutes, and we'll have a beautiful next section. Trust me, you'll enjoy this next section. It is all about your resume. I'll tell you what are the mistakes that all of you do and how to correct it. So you've got 2 minutes. If you want, you can just speak up, and we'll just move on with the next session. So sorry. So people who haven't spoken yet, I want you to speak. Whatever comes to your mind, you can just speak. I guess Muskan wants to speak. Is it Muskan? Only for 2 minutes. Or anyone out there, please do participate. Please do participate. Anyways, we'll have queries at the end. Just go for it. All right, nobody wants to speak. Okay, but yeah, I am glad to be a part of this session, because see, all of you, even though you might be held up with things and you have come here to learn something, I am glad to be a part of the session. Seriously, people. Okay, anyone? I guess all of you are shy. Okay, we have one person, Archana. Archana, buddy, can you just have a word with your friends? Or that's okay, you can just talk to me. Okay, people let me know, am I looking like a dinosaur or vampire? Am I scaring all of you? No, right? I'm normal. Am I a human being? Yeah. Do I look like dinosaur with a black coat and a blue shirt? No, right? My mom used to tell. Sometimes I look like dinosaurs. Probably you should tell me. Is it true? Okay.
Ma'am,
Huh.
how to improve your skill, ma'am? Like talking.
Okay.
And
Communication.
can you express communication?
Yes, beautiful.
About your experience, ma'am. Can you tell me?
Super good question. Okay, before moving to the next session, I'll just give you a gist as in how you can improve your communication. I'll just do it because since you wanted me to do it, and people trust me, I was not this good in English. When I was in my engineering, I was not this good. In my first year of engineering, in my very first year, I was asked to give a speech. My English was like broken English. Come here, sit here, do, give. This was the kind of English I had in my first year. I was asked to give a speech in front of everyone. The crowd count was like around 2000. Okay. That day, I started, the moment I just looked everyone, what is the scene? What would have happened? The tears started rolling down my eyes. Correct. 2000 people. How will I give speech? I haven't prepared also. That day I decided, I still remember the date, it is March 26th. I started working on my skills. You'll never trust, in my final year, I was the only one to host the entire crowd, and this time the crowd count was around more than 3000. From morning till night, I was the only person hosting the entire crowd. So where did I get all these skills from? How did I inculcate? So for people, all of you, if you feel that you are probably facing issues with communication, especially with English, don't worry. I'll give you few tips. Okay. The first tip: start watching your English movies. Okay, not the romantic ones. No, not required. Your animation movies like Lion King, your Mulan. Okay, Muskan, you can mute yourself. That's okay. You can mute yourself. Right. So I was speaking about the first thing in order to improve your English. Start watching English movies, not the romantic ones. Don't want. Let it be animated movies like your The Lion King, Mulan, and you do have non-animated movies as well, like Home Alone and things like that. Please watch it with subtitles turned on, right? So look into the subtitles, and whichever is a difficult word that you are not able to grasp, make a note of it. Okay, this is the first thing that you can do, and keep repeating it every now and then. Read it aloud. That's okay. Even if your mom scolds, what is wrong with you? Okay, today is Amavasya. That is why you're behaving like this. That's okay. Don't worry about others. Start working on yourself, right? First thing, watch English movies. Second thing, learn at least one new word per day. So if you are learning one new word in a day, how many days you have in a month? 30 words in a month, and imagine the number of words you would have learned in a complete year. Isn't this interesting? You can just learn only one single word, new English word. Okay, this is the second thing. Third thing, you can start writing your journal. What do we call as journal is, see, few people have the habit of writing whatever has happened from morning till evening. They'll just write it down in a diary. That's okay, you can do it. Start doing it. That's fine, that's completely fine. So all these things will definitely help you improving your language. Start practicing. And you would have heard your elders, your teachers telling, start practicing right in front of mirror, correct? But according to me, whenever I look into mirror, I feel that I'm ghost. So I don't look into mirror. If you are not able to see yourself in the mirror, you are like beautiful. You people are super good, beautiful, but I am like a vampire, right? So I'll not be able to see myself in the mirror. So people who have the same problem, you can start recording your videos. Write 2-3 lines in English, whatever. Let it be your poem, let it be a story. Read it aloud. Record it in a video. Okay, say suppose you record a video today, one video today. Ask your friend to do it, or you can do it on your own, right? In meanwhile, start practicing your English skills. I've already given you tips: watching movies, learning one new word per day, and all those things, and reading books as well. So if you're recording one video today, let us consider you're recording one more video after 6 months. Okay, compare those two videos. Trust me, you would have improved and probably by years, or rather a year or so, you'll be in a position to start, giving speech. You can become a public speaker, you can become a motivator. All these things is possible, all these things are possible, but if and only if you plan, you start doing it, right? That's it. Yeah. And we'll just look into our next section, resume, because it's like important for all of us, right? I'll give you tips as well, don't worry. Okay, others, please do. All right, at least your videos on, please, people. I have only few of them. We don't have Pavitra, we don't have Harish, we don't have Sachin. People tell me, are you in the session, or you have just logged into the session and you are using your cell phone, seeing others' photo or video? Is it the case? Or you're watching any serials, or what's happening in what's happening? I don't watch serials. What? Might be you're watching French biryani movie. French biryani?
No, ma'am.
No. Yeah. See how good it feels. Good to see all of you.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So the next thing that we will be learning is about resume. Okay. I'll just give you a break at 11:50. Is it fine? 10 more minutes we'll discuss, and I'll give you a break at 11:50. Is it fine? Or all of you are super hungry? You want to eat something right now?
Already done, ma'am.
Already done? That's great. Okay. We'll discuss for about like 10 to 12 minutes, and later we'll have a break. Fine, no? Super fine, no? For all of you? I guess I hear probably Harish is scolding. Hey, ma'am, break ke bidtilla aginda sumne paata ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ರೆ hange. Is it Harish? You are on mute. You are on mute.
No, ma'am.
Paata ಬೇರೆ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಿಲ್ಲ, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ? Is it the case?
No, ma'am. I understand.
Beautiful. You are from which degree, Harish? BCom?
BCom, ma'am.
BCom. MCom?
In Shikarpur, ma'am.
Oh, right. Beautiful. Yeah, I have traveled places. I have traveled almost like, Pondicherry, Goa. The recent one was this Kerala. Students there, they don't speak much in Kerala. You know the accent. I'll come in the morning, I'll call you in the evening, and later we'll have discussion. This is the accent. I'm sorry, people will get offended, but yeah, because there's a saying, no, travel the world and yes, you'll gain knowledge. I was not going there for enjoying an hour. I had training sessions. Because of this COVID, I'm locked in my house. My mom is shocked to see me, because it would be like hardly I would come to my house. I would be traveling all over the country, like 24/7. I was not coming to my house early. My mom would keep calling me, and the only thing that she would ask is, "Ni nija maneg bartiya?" This was the only thing that she would tell. Nothing else apart from that. Okay. You might be wondering, hey, ma'am is HR and she's roaming, she's enjoying in her life. No. For girls, right? Traveling is not that easy. All right. So yeah, if time permits, I'll tell my stories. And yes, one such story was this English, how I improved. I just took up the insult that I had. I just took it as a challenge, because you shouldn't go into depression. No depression and all. If someone scolds me, I'll be like, okay, I'll keep quiet, and I know when to return. That's it. That should be your policy. Please don't get into fights, people. Please don't get into fights. Okay. Yeah. We'll just have a brief about resume, and we'll have another. The next session after 12 of us. All of you can mute yourselves. Now you can mute.
Before going, I just want to share some details. Recently, we conducted a test which is known as Disciples Employability Test, and we had a good almost like 1,000 students who took up this test. In that 1,000 students, these people are the toppers. The very first topper is Siskila Thompson.
People, please do clap for her.
Thomas, sorry.
Virtual clap.
Is there? Siskila, Miss Thomas? If you are there, kindly unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
Yes, congratulations.
Thank you.
You have scored 92%, which is A grade. 30 in 31 minutes, because this test is all 40 minutes. In 40 minutes, you took 31 minutes and you have scored 92%. Very good. Big claps for you.
Thank you, sir.
Next, Archana. Archana, you're there? Archana, in a matter of 9 minutes, she has scored 88%. That is A grade. Very good, Archana. Nice time management. And third is Ravanya Pujar. In 35 minutes, she has scored 88% and she has scored A grade. Very good, Ravanya. Ravanya, Archana, both of you are there? Come online.
Yes, sir.
Who was that? Yes, sir.
Shravanya.
Good. Yes, Shravanya. I can see you now. Good, Shravanya. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Next, okay. Next, I'll come to Sanjeev. He has scored 88% in 20 minutes. Very good, Sanjeev. Next, Bhavana. Bhavana, in the matter of 33 minutes, he has scored 86%. Next, Kanika. Kanika, you are there? Kanika Moria. 40 minutes, 86%.
Yes, sir.
Very good, all of you. So, take a big up. This is taken. Right. So almost like, as I said, 1,100 students are taken. Out of that, this is the score. So very good. You guys have a very bright future. On the festival day also, you have come down here taking up the course. This shows your commitment level. So involve yourself in this class and all the best. Okay. You can see you after 5 minutes. Okay. Arpita, you want to continue?
Yes, sir. It would be better, I guess. I'll start with resume after 10 minutes.
Yes. All the best then.
Okay, so people, it's 11:40 right now. You can come back start 11:50. Yes, short 10 minutes is fine. For today. Yeah? Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Have something and come back quickly. Okay, I guess everyone are here. People, you had something? Yeah? No? You didn't have anything? Food. Okay, 10 minutes is not enough for you to have food. I understand, and yes, as Sir was telling, today's festival, but then all of you have joined the session. That's great. All right. So people, if in case your friends haven't joined in, they'll let them join in. Okay, we'll start off with what was our next session. We were done with job. We are done with job searching, and now we'll see what is resume. Okay, and skills related to that. I hope everyone are here. Please do turn on your videos, people. All right. Okay. I guess everyone are here, right? Is it? Yes? Or do you want me to wait? I guess it's already 11:51. All right. Okay, we will look into the next thing. It is like, you know, super great important thing that all of us should be knowing. All right. Okay, here you go with the thing, whatever you are seeing on the screen. So what is the people that you're seeing on the screen? Okay, I'll tell each and everything about this particular topic right from the scratch. So please pay attention. Okay, we'll have energizers as well in the session, but yeah, make sure that you just note on the points whenever I tell it to be important, or you can just, yeah, however it feels like it is your comfortable. All right. So the thing you see on the screen, the first mistake all of us do is with the pronunciation. How do you pronounce the word, particular word that you see on the screen? It is not resume, it is resume. Okay, this is the first mistake all of us do with the pronunciation. All right. So what do we have in our particular topic with the resume writing? So I'll definitely let you know what exactly is resume, what is its objectives, and what is the difference between resume and CV. This is pretty much important, all of us should be knowing, right? What are the elements? We'll pick up one practical resume, and in that I'll explain in detail. All right, and do's and don'ts. This is common for all the topics that that I'll be handling. And yes, steps to write and the myths, rules, and everything. All right. So starting off with the first thing, what exactly is resume? But before that, we will look into one real life example. Okay, quickly telling you about the real life example. So this person that you see on the screen, is George Dawson. He's basically experienced Java developer. All right. So he has got experience in all other programming languages, but he has got a single problem. We'll look into what exactly is the problem. In spite of having all the knowledge and all the programming languages, yes, he's facing a problem. He wants to change his job, but he hasn't got no response from any of the company. In spite of sending mails, he hasn't got any confirmation yet. So what do you think is the problem? Shall we look into the problem? Okay. So when we carefully observe the person's resume, if you see there in the work experience section, he has mentioned that he's been a certified developer. Okay, trying to understand the point, people. Are you getting the point? In the work experience section, he has mentioned that he's basically a certified developer in the particular programming language, but he knows other languages as well, right? Getting my point? So he has messed up, he has combined the other sections in a single section and he has put. So messing up with the resume will not, we'll land up having no jobs in our hands. So this is one key important factor in your interview process about the resume. So we will look into what exactly should be the things that you should be mentioning in your resume and all the other important terms, right? So what was the problem? He has mentioned his work in the work experience section. He's mentioned that he's basically a certified developer in only one language. So this is the mistake, right? In spite of having skills, he has placed it in different sections. Okay, so instead of all this merging the sections and don't know where to place, what to place and when to place, also all these sections I'll be discussing in this particular topic. So what exactly is a resume? Can anyone let me know? You've been known that a resume is important. It is like, what do you call, ticket for the interview panel. What is resume? Anyone could try out with the answer. That's okay. Even if it is wrong, that's fine.
About self, ma'am.
Okay, about self. Yes, great. Great. Any more answers? Yes, good. Any more answers?
Can I try?
Yes, please go ahead.
A representation of ourselves in a piece of paper, what we are and what is ourself, like that.
Beautiful, right? So both of you have answered yes, you are absolutely right. So in order to just define what a resume is, yeah, it is basically a formal document, right? Wherein you'll be mentioning your education, you'll be mentioning your experience and other skills, all the things that you've got. Okay. So this is what is a resume. Getting my point, people? You understood why resume is important, right? Because the previous example that we saw, he had messed up with things. So it is important to know what is a resume and what are the sections to be mentioned clearly, right? Okay, so this was what I was speaking about. What is a resume? It is basically a formal document. As I told you, you'll be mentioning everything which is professional, right? And I tell you, people, whenever you get into the interview panel, the first thing that the interviewer sees, right, is your resume. See, apart from the other things, that is the other parameters, as in the way you walk, the way you speak, that is there. But a resume plays a major role. Make sure that you have a super good resume. Okay, I'll tell you what and all to involve. So, what is what is the resume? It's basically a formal document. Yes, as you see it on the screen, it should only be 2 pages. People, please make a note of this if in case you are writing it down. Resume should only be 2 pages. In which sheet will you present your resume? The normal color paper with all the sprinkles? No, you shouldn't be decorating your resume paper. It should be plain A4 size sheet. All right. Okay. So it should be only maximum 2 pages, right? This is what a resume is. Just a gist. Don't worry. I'm just giving you a gist. What exactly is the importance of resume? As I told, people, if you want to create an impression, you can do it with the help of resume, right? You can use beautiful words. I'll tell you what are those words. Extra standard words which will catch the eye of the employer. So which will make the person feel that yes, the person who is sitting right in front of me, who is attending the interview, is capable enough of getting into the company, right? So for creating impression, to have a super good image of yourself being portrayed in front of the employer, resumes are must, right? I know that it is just a gate pass, that is just a ticket for interview, but it plays a major role. This is about importance of resume, right? I'm just telling it to you in a practical way, because see, what happens is people resumes, I tell you, frankly speaking, the interviews will not have time to read your resumes. They'll not go through it. Oh, this is Muskan's resume. Oh, I'll spend 2 hours in reading. No. Oh, this is Thomas' resume. No, I'll not spend more than 2 minutes. Few of the employers will just spend only 5 to 10 seconds. They'll scan your resumes. Getting my point? So for that, you'll have to mention the relevant sections, not mentioning too much about your personal information. Okay, we'll look into the particular section. But I would also like to tell few of the companies, what they do is they have this system called ATS. It is called as automatic tracking system. It is basically a robo, a machine, as you call. It will scan all your resumes. People will not sit and read your resume. So the machine which selects few of the resumes, it will be like, say a company is there, it is running since years, and say for example there are 1,000 applications which the company has received. So the ATS machine will just select few, and there'll be like around hundreds which has got selected. Trust me, people, it will be only by the end of the day, the employer will get only 10 resumes in his hands. imagining the number out of 1,000, only 10 will get selected. So make sure that all your resumes are, up to the mark, right? Okay. So this is basically the importance of resume. Having a good, perfect, proper procedural way of representing your resume is important, right? And there's something called as CV. Okay. If anyone knows the difference between resume and CV, can let me know. What is CV? When do we use it? You got to know about resume. It's basically a formal document. If that is a formal document, what is CV?
CV is used for freshers, ma'am.
Okay.
And resume is used for experience.
Okay, who is answering? Tell me your name. I'm not able to see. Hi, buddy, tell your name.
Sachin, ma'am.
Sachin. Oh, Sachin is answering. Sachin was.
Sachin, ma'am.
Oh yeah, Sachin vanished, right, for 1 hour. You were there in the session, Sachin?
Yes, ma'am, I am there.
Yes, beautiful. Yes, Sachin.
I'm there, ma'am.
Right. Great, Sachin. Others who would love to answer? Okay. Right. So I'll tell you what exactly is CV. It is basically, the word that you see on the screen. It's a French word. How do you pronounce it? It is curriculum vitae. It is not vitae. It is curriculum vitae. You call it for sweet. You call it in Hindi and Kannada mitai, like that. Okay, curriculum vitae. Right? Getting my point, people. So that CV is actually, what do you call? Experienced people use it most of the times, right? I'll tell you what exactly is the difference between a resume and CV. Resume should only be 2 pages maximum. It shouldn't be more than 2 pages, right? But CV can run up to pages. Why? Because in CV, the person can mention everything about his history of experience, his education, and all sorts of things, right? But in resume, you should mention the skills and the related information for the job that you're applying for. Say, suppose if you're applying for a graphic designer, let us assume that you're applying for the role of a graphic designer. If you mention in your job role that I am a chef, I want to become a chef, would that sound good? No, right? So for a relevant job role, whatever you apply, whatever profile you have, it's called as resume. So the major difference is resume is used for a specific job role, whereas CV, we can just mention all our things, that is our history of experience or whatever academic, the history that we have. And the second difference is between the pages. Resume should be only 2 pages, not more than that. CV can run up to pages. Okay. Yes, getting my point. So this is the basic difference between your resume and CV. As I've already told that you are seeing on screen, I've already told it. So whenever someone is asking, you should know the difference between both. All right, moving into the next thing, describing the elements of a resume. So what and all a resume should have. For that, we'll have a practical resume. Okay, we'll just look into example of a person who has got his resume. Okay, I guess this is visible. People, is it visible for all of you? Yes. All right. Okay. So this is just an example of a resume. So people, there are many ways of getting your resumes done. You can type your resumes in Word. You know Word, right? Microsoft Word.
Yes, ma'am.
There are other ways of having the resume. You can do it with the help of a software. You can do it with the help of a resume builder apps and all those things. But make sure that you follow the format. Okay, we'll learn what exactly is the format for a resume. All right. This is just an example. It's not a compulsion that you should be following the same, right? Okay. So the first thing that all of you should keep in mind is beginning. Okay. Say suppose this is the sheet. All right. Let us assume that this is the sheet. Please don't mention resume on the top. Please don't mention resume on the top. Okay. That's a mistake. You can directly start off with filling your details. Okay. No mentioning the word resume. Make sure you keep this in your mind. All right. When you start off with your name, as you see on the screen, you can use your font. I guess all of you know what is a font, right? Which is the font that you use for your Microsoft Word. I mean, for typing resume. Font. Like What is that?
Times New Roman.
Yes, beautiful. Times New Roman is the perfect professional font to be used when you are typing the resume. Okay, and the size varies. Usually it will be around 12 or 14. It depends on the system wherein you are typing. Right? Beautiful. Ms. Thomas, it's beautiful. The right answer, Times New Roman is the professional font all of us use. Right? Okay. Directly when you start off with your resume, it should be A4 size sheet, as I told. Please avoid margins. Okay, no need to add margins. And girls will be like fond of colors. You shouldn't draw with pencils, color pencils, sparkling glitter, all those things. No, please avoid. Okay, so when you start off with your name, you got to mention your name completely. So my name is Arpita R. Okay, here initially you need not expand your name. Or if you have got three sections in a name, like the first name, middle name, and the last name, you can mention it here. Else, at the end, there will be a section called as personal details. So that is left up to you. So I'll be mentioning Arpita R here in the initial section if it is my resume. Okay. The next thing is you can mention your contact details, right? Your contact details, your mobile number. So a country code. What is a country code, people? Our country code for the mobile?
+91.
Yes, beautiful. All of you are responding. You ate something, is it? You had chocolate or some?
No, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. So +91 is the country code, and then your mobile number, right? Okay. The next
Yes,
thing
ma'am.
is you should be mentioning your mail ID. As I told, your mails should be super professional and not the same freaking funny mails as I told, angelpriya@gmail.com or whatever it is. Make sure that it is professional. If it is my mail ID, since I have told you that your mail ID should have your names, let it be something like this: your name completely, a dot or underscore or whatever it is, and @gmail.com. Right? Getting my point? This is the first section. And people, if you want to insert photos, yes, you can affix it. You can get it scanned or you can just paste it, but not the photos that you post in your FBs like this style pose and all, keeping your head, hands on your head like this. No poses. Your photos should be super professional. The ones that you have, no passport size photos with a professional dress, something like that. Okay. A photo is that is left up to you. It's not a compulsion. If you want, you can fix it. Next thing, professional summary. Okay, summary is, don't worry about it. I'll be sharing all these things by the end of the session as well as a reference for your thing. Like you can use it in your further. Whenever you are designing your own resume, it will serve as a template. Okay, professional summary will involve the skills or basically what you have dealt with, just about yourself. Say for example, I am a trainer. So what should my professional summary look like? It shouldn't start with the pronoun I, he, she, or things like that. Let it be completely general. Getting my point, people? You can mention about your skills, what you are basically, as I gave an example, I am a trainer. So my domain is HR LNG. And what is the extra skills that I know? I'm into this, soft skills since years, or I can just mention it only 2 to 3 lines. That's it, not more than that. Few people will mention something called as objective. It is called as objective. Okay, you can do that as well. Career objective. So what is it, career objective? I'll give you an example. You can mention, something like this, a general one. To be a part of organization wherein I can utilize my knowledge and skills so that it will help me out professionally. It will help me out with my professional growth. Something like this. Okay, I repeat. If you are mentioning what career objective, you can mention like this, the example that I gave. To be a part of organization wherein I can utilize my knowledge and skills that will help me grow professionally. Okay, please don't directly start off with the letters I, he, she. No, it should be completely general. After that, you can mention your educational details. So when you mention about your educational details, it should be the first one should be the highest one. So say suppose if you are a BCom student, that is your highest degree, please mention it first with the college name and with the percentage and the aggregate. If you're still pursuing, if you are not done with the education, please mention the word pursuing because it is very much important. Pursuing as in You have not completed. You're still learning, right? So that is very much important. First comes your highest degree, say BCom or BE or MCom or whatever it is. If it is MCom, first comes MCom. Then below it is BCom. Then your +2, that is your PU, and then comes your 10th. So few of them will not mention their high school information. Okay, 10th is fine, but not high school previous and all. It's not necessary. You can just fix it to this. Okay, please don't forget to mention your university name, your passing year, and your percentage, right? That is all about education. Next comes your skills. Okay, skills here you can just break it into two parts. You can mention what is your technical skills, or if you don't want to break it into two parts, just a single section about skills. Yes, you can go for it. What are your skills? You can mention. See, people, there's something called as technical skills. Say, for example, accounts people. You'll be good in accounting, right? So that is called as technical skills. That is not your normal skills. Normal skills are something like this, as I told. Self-confidence. You are a motivator. You have got leadership skills. You are a great public speaker. You are good in communication. So all these skills, if you have, you can mention in this section that you are seeing on the screen. Key skills. Okay. Make sure that whatever you mention is genuine. Please don't lie anything in the resume. Getting my point, people? And one mistake all of you do is your friend, whatever he or she has written the resume, you'll take it, copy paste the same. Please don't copy paste resume, because HRs will get to know, right? And even for things, if you don't know, write it on your own and ask your teachers or your faculty members to just go through it and correct it if possible. Yes, please don't Google it, right? So about your skills, whatever is your concern skills, genuine one, please do mention it. And your achievements. Okay, next comes your achievements, your awards, or your publication. Speaking about achievements, say for example, if you're good at sports and if you have won any prizes in the sports field, it should be a recent one. Say in your BCom you have won sports and athletics or something like that. You can mention that you just won in this so and so competition. If you are a national or state level awardee, you can mention those as well, right? But when I speak about achievements, please don't mention which is like you way too back, like way too long. That is in your 6th standard or your 5th standard, you would have won first prize in lemon and spoon race. Please don't mention that. 5th, 6th standard, no. Last is that you can mention your achievement that you have done in your +2. That's fine. Don't mention in LKG, I won in sack race. In UKG, I won in spell bee competition. No. Let it be completely the recent ones. Done? Okay, this is about your achievements. The next thing that you can mention is about your workshops or your seminars that you have attended, right? Say, for example, if you are attending any workshop, say it can either be organized from your college or from anywhere else. If you have attended, please do mention it. All these things should be point-wise, okay? All these things should be mentioned point-wise, and the headings should be highlighted. Please don't use additional extra fonts, big fonts. Okay, if the heading is around 14, the below points should be around 12. Make sure you have the constant font size and the font. Please don't change it. All right, please don't add graphics and all, a cartoon coming over there on the resume, it is doing dancing, all those things. No, it's not required. Okay, that was about your I'm so sorry. That was about your workshops and seminars. If you have attended, you can mention those. The next thing that we can see is about internships and projects. Okay. Can anyone tell me what exactly is internship and why is it necessary to do internship? Anyone? Anyone? Go for it,
Can
people.
I try?
Yes, please. Yes.
Internship means work experience. While we are studying, we'll get work experience.
Okay, beautiful. Others would love to try.
Wait.
Yeah, please go ahead. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
It may be paid or unpaid, so it gives us a practical experience what we exactly do in the employment when after our education.
Beautiful. Okay, nice. Others, please do participate, so that the fear of speaking out in the crowd, you will just get rid of it. See, I told you my story, right? I started crying. If I wouldn't have taken it as a challenge, I wouldn't have been here in front of you. I wouldn't have been. I would have been in those any one of the normal jobs. When you get opportunity, please do speak up. Okay, so whoever speaks, I'll give this small gift for you. I'll send it. Don't worry, I'll send it via courier. This is around 2016. Is it fine? People, you can wear it. I was just kidding. Right. If I keep on cracking lame jokes, and sir will just throw me out of the session. All right. So people, jokes apart, what exactly is internship and why is it necessary? As one of your friends told beautifully, she has given the best points. I'll tell you one important reason. Okay. Yes, doing internship, you'll gain the practical knowledge. Apart from theoretical aspects, you'll definitely gain practical knowledge. But the other thing is, why should I do internship? I'll give you my own example. Okay, I basically studied EC, right? Electronics. What I did was I just did my internship in C, computers. I don't know what struck my mind. I just did my internship in C. You know what is the best thing about doing internship? You will get to know which field is suitable for you, right? After doing that internship, I struggled a lot because computers was completely difficult for me and a new subject. So that made me realize computer field is not my cup of tea. Getting my point? So you just enter a field, okay? You will realize that is this does this suit the particular skills of mine, or should I change? Say suppose I wouldn't have done my internship and directly entered an MNC, the same computer field MNC. What would have happened, people? I literally hate computer, and without doing internship, I just entered into MNC. There I would face problem, right? So the best part about doing internship is you will decide which field is suitable for you. So this is the best part about doing internships. So people, if you haven't done any internships so far, please start doing it. You will have online internships. You have many such platforms as well, right? You can just contact your faculty people, your college people, they'll help you out. So this thing should be your one such section that all of you should be mentioning about internships and projects. So basically, I would like to mention that people say suppose there is a HR, okay, and there are two people. The first person, he has done his internship. The second person, he has not done his internship. So the HR will basically be choosing which one, the first one or the second one. Which one? Which one? The person who has done internship or the person without internship?
The person with the internship.
Ah, beautiful. People, if you're speaking, unmute yourself. Miss Thomas, you got to unmute yourself because it wasn't audible. And yeah, I guess it was Sachin, or who gave me the answer?
The person with internship, ma'am.
Ah, yeah, buddy, what's your name? Is it Sachin?
Harish, ma'am.
Harish, okay, yeah, right. Beautiful answer. The person with internship will get the job opportunity because internship, people who do internship will obviously have practical knowledge. That is what the company expects from all of us, right? People, it is, as I told, it's not only your marks that will give you or fetch you the job opportunities. It's your skills here or whatever is your domain skills, right? So, and projects, if you've done in your college, during your college, in your final year, you can mention those with the appropriate heading. If it is a mini project, you can mention mini project. If it's a major one, you can mention those, right? And the next thing you can also mention is about your extracurricular and co-curricular activities. I guess you would have heard about this, right? Extra and co-curricular. Okay, there is a huge difference between that. Extracurricular activity is something that you do apart from your academics, apart from your college. Okay, but co-curricular is something that you do along with the curriculum. Getting my point? To give you a few examples about extracurricular, say you can be a part of any of the committee, like student council. You can be a part of president. So you can be a president of the student council, any of the committees or any of the organizations like that. If you are part of any such institutions or committees like that, you can mention it under the heading extracurricular activities, right? Okay. For co-curricular activities, if you are if you have been a part of your normal competitions which has been held in your college, like your debate, your workshops, your seminars, your play, your parade, all these things you can mention under co-curricular. Why is it co-curricular? Because it is with the college, with the curriculum, right? Got the difference between extra and co-curricular? So if you have got any such activities, or if you have been a part of any of the organization, that comes under extra. If you have been a part of the college activities, that is your debate, competition, a workshop, or seminar, all those things you can mention. But people, if you have been a part of any of the competitions like your rangoli, mehendi, all those things, don't mention. Right, getting my point? Because that is not required. If like, if in case you are from computer background, if you have been into any of the hackathons, I guess all of you know what a hackathon is. Events are happening based on this, right? It can be from your college or from other colleges. If you have attended anything as such, please do mention. Okay, that was about your activities. And the next thing, the last thing that you can mention is your personal information. So people, I would like to mention in this section, that is personal information, if you want, you can mention your name, that is full expanded name, right? Initially, I guess you remember I told here I would write my name as Arpita R. Okay, that's it. But here in the end, if you're mentioning your name, and it should be full expanded name, so you should expand your initial, so it will be Arpita Ramu. Getting my point? This is the first thing under your personal information that you can mention, your full expanded name, your date of birth, right? Your nationality. Religion is not required. People, if we are following 2020 trend right now, religion is not at all required. You need not mention religion. And marital status, if you're mentioning, that's fine. If you are not, that's okay. See, if you see here in this, on the screen, I guess it's visible. The person has mentioned marital status single. I have kept the same thing on purpose because these are the errors that all of you will commit. Marital status should be either married or unmarried. That's it. Not single, taken away, committed. No. It should be either married or unmarried. That's it. It's better you don't mention your marital status. Okay. Getting my point? And the next thing that you can do is, or you can mention, is about your language. That is languages that you know. If you are good in English, Hindi, Kannada, or any other languages, you can mention it. If you are very much familiar with foreign language, you can mention that as well. Yes. Okay. So in German, I would just tell you one sentence. Okay. If I want to tell I am Arpita, I would tell Ich heiße Arpita. This is just a sentence. Okay. I've been learning German since years, but the only thing is I've been held up with my job so that I couldn't complete the course. But I'm trying my level best to learn any of the foreign language. So it is better that if you get a chance, please do learn a foreign language as well, right? Okay. And about your hobbies. So people, if you want to mention your hobbies, you can mention as that's okay. Why am I, from that time I'm telling that's okay. If you want to mention, you mention as that's okay, because if you are mentioning all the details in your resume, you are not giving chance for the HR to ask questions which is out of the resume, because you've already mentioned everything. What if in case the HR asks, take me through your profile? What will you do then? Right? Because you've already told everything and you don't have anything else to speak about. So make sure that you're not mentioning all the details. Like you can skip your strengths and weakness and your hobbies also. Hobbies, if you want to mention, it will come under personal information. So my hobby is basically photography, and I am a wildlife photographer. I don't tell that I'm pro in that, but yes, as I told, yes, I have got too many passion, because in my engineering, I had this passion of becoming a wildlife photographer. But then my mom showed me two slippers, both the right one and the left one. She showed me two slippers. I couldn't continue photography, but that's okay. I just got into my passion because both teaching and photography is my passion. So I'm doing it. So whenever I get time, I go out with my team. I visit places. So trust me, but they're scary though. All the wild animals and things like that, right? But it's left up to you. Please make sure that you know your interests, because no one else can know it prior, like, right? You are the right person to know what you are interested in and what your skills are all about. So this was one such example of a resume. I'll be sharing it in the WhatsApp group as well, the resume templates or the related stuff, which is related to resumes. Don't worry. We'll just, yeah, get back to our, right. I guess few of you, one second. Okay, hold on. Right, we have one person. Kanika, guten Tag, beautiful. Kanika, you have learned German? That's nice. All right. Okay, people will just continue with our the presentation. Okay, I have spoken about the elements of a resume. Okay, instead of just giving you a theory knowledge, I have given you a practical knowledge. I'll show a few more examples as well, but make sure that you just keep keep in your mind that what and all details that you should be mentioning and what not, right? Yes, things have already discussed is been mentioned here as well. This has already been discussed. The contact, your personal, your education, your profile, your career objective. So if you want a proper order, I'll tell it to you. Okay, the first thing that comes is your information. That's the same thing that you see on the screen. Contact information. Next comes your course objective. Okay, right? And then comes your educational details, and next comes your accomplishments or your publications or your awards that you have got. And next thing comes about your workshops. If you have got experience also, you can mention, else that's okay. Your workshops, your seminars, your extra co-curricular activities, all those. And at the end, you'll have your personal information. So what basically is happening right now in 2020 trend is you need not mention the declaration statement. Please don't mention the declaration statement. I hereby confirm the above said knowledge is true. The above given information is true. As per my knowledge, no, it is not at all required. Declaration statement is not required in your resume. If you're having it, please remove it. Okay. I have spoken about career objective. You remember I gave an example as well, to be a part of organization and things like that. Make sure if you're mentioning about your career objective, let it be just about 2 to 4 lines, not more than that. And it should have some professional words as well. Let it be completely general. Keep it general. Don't start with the letter I or pronounce something like that. I, he, she, no. So these things have already been told, and here you can find few more examples for career objective. See, the last one that you see with the green color, to obtain an entry-level position in marketing and finance. So this can be one of the people sitting here. For freshers, you can choose this career objective. Getting my point? Okay. Yeah. These are few more examples of career objectives as well. Okay. All right, this thing I've already discussed while explaining about your profile. Your resume profile summary. You should be mentioning about your skills in that, what you are good at, and what are you trying to look up in the job. In the company. So what exactly are you? What exactly are you looking out for from the company? So you can just mention it in details, right? Please don't mention extra things. I'm completely, stressing it out, because I know I'm telling this the 100th time, but please don't mention which are things unnecessary. Okay, this I've already discussed. Why am I just running through the slides? Because you have already got some practical knowledge. If you just want, I can just go through the slides, but make sure that you don't forget this structure. About education, internship, company name, yes, done. The first, with your education, the highest degree should be first, right? Okay. And the others I've told, mention your college name, percentage, and things like that. Yes. So if you have done MS, if you've done MCOM, if you've done like whatever it is, let it be PhD, B.Ed, or whatever it is, you can mention it according to the highest degree first. And with your experience, people, if you have got work experience, you should mention the current one first. Say for example, I'll show it to you here. We have got an example. Okay, I guess the screen is visible, right? See, if you see this person's CV, he has mentioned his experience. He's basically a web developer. You should mention your current job. That is, say for example, I'm HR. I was working in a previous company. That I should be mentioning next. But what I am right now in a particular company, that I should be mentioning first. Okay. So see, you should be mentioning the duration, the job role, and what were your skills there. And if you want to see the first part, see, this is how a CV looks, or I would rather tell experienced person's profile would look like this. You can, if you want, you can add your photos. See, in the summary, as I told, your skills should be mentioned. So he is into this programming and he has mentioned all his skills about that, right? Okay, don't worry about this. I'll be sharing this by the end of the session. Just have a look at it. Right? Okay, he has mentioned hobbies towards left. So people, if you want to mention hobby, please mention which is a hobby which looks great. Say my hobby is photography, and if you look into my CV, that's the only thing there. You can mention the things like sketching or whatever he has mentioned. You can do it. But please don't mention swimming and all, because if you are joining IT company, swimming skill, why is it required? If it rains, you want to swim and go to your places with it. No, please do mention skills which are relevant. All right. Okay, let us just get back. Yes, I was discussing about this. Education is done. Professional experience, this I've already just now I discussed, right? Okay, so if you have got any experience, you can mention. If you have not got any experience, as in if you have got zero experience, please don't mention it. That's okay, leave it, right? You should mention about the role that you were in, the duration, the skills that you had developed during the job, everything. All right. All these things have been told. Okay, about interview questions and the questions regarding resume, I'll discuss it in the interview skills, because now if I start discussing, you'll get confused, right? Yeah, all these things will do it. This is about a few examples about the professional summary you can have. This is same like the profile summary, but this is for experienced people. You can have this if you want, right? It can be motivation, it can be the other skills, but I would rather tell keep it simple, keep it gentle. Okay. Employment history is also done. And see, you are seeing the screen, right? That the thing I've already told. The second point, current or recent employee thing should be mentioned first. All right. Okay. This we already saw in the example, that is job title should be mentioned, and the location, the job role, the duration, all those things should be mentioned, right? Okay. Yes. This is just an example. Don't worry about this. And personal information, people, it should be precise. It should be genuine. Your address or whatever it is, it should be genuine. All right. If you have got temporary address, you can mention it. If you got permanent, yes. Few of them, they mention their Aadhaar number also, but if you want, you can mention else. That's okay. All right. This we saw, right? Name, address, telephone number, mobile number, with the country code, your mail ID, all these things, you should follow the proper code. Okay. When you are typing your mobile number, it should be 3, 3 and 2, something like that. Please go according to the format, right? It should be +91, 3 digit, and then 2 digit, and then the remaining numbers. All right. Yeah, we do have other elements of the resume. So people, I've already told, if you want, you can mention your other skills, and on the screen you can mention whatever, I mean, related. If you have got anything related, you can mention in the resume. Else, please just chuck it. Don't just don't go try and mentioning things which you actually don't have, right? I've already spoken about hobbies. I've spoken about your skills, technical skills. I just spoke about strength and weakness, workshops. Yes, you remember. I spoke about the publication. What is publication? Any articles, if you have published, you can mention about that. All right. Okay. And if you have, I mean, done any course, and if you have got certificates for the same as well, you can mention those. Right? Done. Huh. So about strengths, so people, when you're mentioning about strength, make sure that you are mentioning it point wise. Okay. Say, for example, few strengths, you see it on the screen as well. You can mention other strengths as your leadership, your creative thinking skills, your flexibility. All these are your strengths. You can mention those as well. If you don't want to mention, that's okay. Can you give me an example of weakness? Anyone? I just gave you a few examples for strengths. About weakness. Go for it, people. Yeah. What should I be mentioning as my weakness? People, you're there? All right. So with the weakness, yes. See, I'll tell you something. Okay, I have few people responding here. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Huh. All right. So people, you have mentioned your weakness here, but I would like to tell, see, if you're mentioning your weakness, okay, one second. I'll start sharing my screen. Yeah. So if you're mentioning your weakness, it should be in such a way that it should turn out to be your strength, right? Apart from the examples that you see on the screen, let it be something like this. If the HR asks you what is your weakness, you shouldn't tell I don't have any weakness. No, because all of us will have weakness, right? You cannot give that as a reason. But the best thing that you can do is tell something as a weakness, but it should be your strength. Say, for example, I am too much detail oriented, as in the company needs people like this, right? If a particular job is given to the person, he should analyze each and everything, not only a particular task being given. He should be capable of analyzing. His analytical skills should be super good, and all the details are like not only the ones which is being told, extra details should also be corrected. So all these things, like whatever you tell as weakness, should turn out to be your strength. Okay, I just give you an example. Like, see, I'm talkative, like to take charge, reasonable, inflexible. These you can mention. That is left up to you. I just gave you one more example, right? Okay. About languages known? Yes, we have already seen. Whichever language you know, you can mention it. That is left up to you. And the courses, yeah. Few of them will mention the course. So people, if you are a fresher, you can mention about the courses. But if you are experienced person and if you are trying to look out for a job change, then courses that you have done in your BE actually don't matter, because you've already experienced, right? So you'll have your experience, I mean your skills regarding the field. So the courses might not turn out to be much relevant. So you can skip that if you are only experienced person. Else, please do mention your skills as well. Yeah, this is again an example of the same thing that I was speaking about, right? Anything from this you can just pick up and place it in your resume. If you have the relevant skills that I'm speaking about. If you can do this, yes, else it's okay, right? We spoke about these activities, right? Extracurricular, co-curricular. I hope all of you remember. It's just the same. Hobbies and interest. Yes, we spoke about that. Let us not waste our time looking into it one more time, because I've already briefed. I've told you the gist about what exactly should be your hobby, and what exactly should be your skills, your technical skills, right? All these things are already been done. Okay. Publications as well. I told you, if you have published any article, yes, go for it. Please do mention. If you're working for any of the agencies, when they have published your articles, you can mention the agency name as well. That is left up to you, right? Affiliations, yes. So if you are part of any of the institution, if you are affiliated to any of the organization, please do mention the organization name as well. Else, that's okay. Any my point, people? Yeah, so BCom students, you can do this. See, excuse me, that is what. So if you just mention all these things, it's just an add-on. It gives you a brownie point to your resume, right? Extra points. Okay, related experience, yes. If you have any, please do mention it. I have told how to mention it as well, point-wise. Yep, internship, your highest degrees, about the degrees that you have done apart from your normal academics. Yes, go for it. Few people do distance education as well. Like I have a friend of mine, he has done his distance education in philosophy. So all these things you can do it. Workshops, yes, it's already been discussed. If you have attended any workshops, please don't forget to mention it, because as I told, it will act as an extra point to your resume. Done. Certifications, trainings, yes. So say if you do any course in any of the organization, and if you have received a certificate for that, go for it. Please do mention. Don't skip it, right? Yes, all these things I've already spoken. So this teaching certification and other courses like voice and accent, we do it for Infosys people, like not only for Infosys people, other MNCs as well, right? So for those jobs and all, we need certificates. So if you have done anything as such, I'm just giving you an example. You can mention those. If you have undergone any training, yes. And about references. So people, if you have got any references, say for example, if you know a person who is there in any of the top MNCs or any of the companies, you can mention it in your resume. Like you can mention the heading as reference, and you can mention the person's name, his designation, and the company name. You can do it, because it will again enhance your resume. Having references are actually good. I never had one. No, I told you, right? My friends got references. They were placed in the top MNCs, but whatever I am right now here is because of the networks that I have built. That's it. Don't worry if you don't have references. That's okay. You need not mention it in the resume. All right. Yeah. So list the name of the person. Yes, this I've already told. I would have covered many points while explaining about the resume only. Yeah, these are the basic questions. As I told, please do analyze yourselves before starting off with anything that you aspire for, because you should know who you are, right? I mean, like I cannot exactly know what you are, because you're the only one who will be knowing what you are, what are your strengths, your weaknesses, what are your personal traits, what are your skills, and all such things. So make sure you just sit in a particular place, say a place where you have got peace and no one is disturbing you. Just sit down and keep analyzing. Introspection is very much important, people. You got to sit and you got to be genuine for yourself. Whatever you know, what do I know, what is that I should work on, what is that I should improve, what is that I should start learning, so that I can end up having beautiful jobs. So all these things you should start listing it down and work for it, right? Yep, do's of a resume. So people, there are certain things that all of us should be aware about. In your resume, the first thing that I told is, please don't mention the word resume at the top, right? The other things that I told is, please make sure that your resume is proofread. I mean, you have done the process, you've gone, the resume has gone through the process of proofreading. That is, make sure that you avoid grammatical mistakes and errors. That is the second thing. No copy pasting from others, as in your friends. Sorry. Make sure that you mention your profile summary, which is related to the job that you're applying for. I give an example, right? For graphic designer, I can't tell that I'm basically a chef and I'm looking out for a job related to the culinary arts. So culinary arts is nothing but the hotel management and chef, the related stuff. So things which are related should only be mentioned, and resume shouldn't exceed 2 pages. Please keep this in mind. Make sure that I'm sorry. Make sure that you just ask one of your faculty members or other academic counselors to help you out in designing the resume, right? And whatever you mention should be bullet wise, point wise. So please don't mention paras together. Don't mention all the things, all your personal things. No, don't stuff in all your personal things. Whichever is related, only those. And you know the font, right? It is Times New Roman. These are the other things. Why am I stressing? Because as I've told, employers will basically look into the perfect structure of the resume first initially, and then the extra words that you have used. So make sure that you use high professional words and not the ones like the casual words that we use during a conversation. Done, people. So this is about few things that you should remember while you are practicing for your resume. I mean, while you are designing your resume. Don'ts. Yeah, I've already told. Please don't mention about your marital status. So it is better not to mention. If the company wants you to mention, only then you can. Else that's okay. And yes, people, I've told you, please be genuine. Don't fake in things. Say for example, you've scored in your BCom final year or whatever it is. If you've scored somewhere around 69.97%, please don't round it off to 70. It should be 69.97 only. Getting my point? So 69.97, whatever is the percentage that you've scored, it should be the exact same that you should be mentioning in your resume, right? Because trust me, if in case you just enter the interview panel and if you get selected, documents will get verified. All your documents will get verified. So make sure that you are not faking things there, right? Those are few things, and I've already told about grammatical errors. Let it be completely perfect, to the point, and no extra things to be mentioned. All these things I've told. No fancy fonts, right? Don't mention about your personal things like too much about the family information and all. It's not required. No. Right? Okay, what are the steps? You just have few steps about creating the resume. So here you go. What's the need for the resume? Okay, that's the first thing. And what's the next thing? Decide the length. Yes. So your resume, what's the ideal length for your resume that you want to create? It's basically max to date. Okay, do a SWOT analysis. So that is what SWOT is your strength, the weakness, right? Your opportunities and your threats. So before starting off with the job searching process, make sure that you analyze all these things. All right. What's the next step? Decide the type of resume. That's okay. If you're even if you're following the generic one, normal resume as of now for freshers, it's fine. That's okay. The next thing, overall layout of the resume that we have already discussed. Let it be the font type, size, and the other sections. Okay. Yes, as I told you, create a generic resume. Let it be the normal one. You need not go in search of the professional one, because since all of you are freshers here, that's okay. Because the HR will get to know, since you're a fresher, he'll understand, because experienced people have got something else apart from the normal resume. Okay, once you get experience, you can start using it. That's fine. This is important. A research about the company. I was about to tell this in interview skills. So before you attend the interview, make sure that you do research on the company as well, right? Okay. Customize your resume. As I told, it should be tailor-made. Please don't mention all the things which are required. Kacha, right? And the next, create the references document. This is also being discussed. So what exactly is your, if in case you have got any references, you can mention it, else it's fine. So people, this was all about your resumes, and there are few myths. I'll just quickly discuss about that, and we'll move on with the next topic, that is interview skills. So trust me, there are few things all of us will be in an illusion, as in like few misunderstandings, or I would rather tell few assumptions that all of us would have in our mind. I'll tell you what exactly is the reality. All right. Okay, we'll go into this directly without wasting much of the time. So if you think that company's website always show the accurate current job openings, no. I'll tell you why. Because a few of the employees who would have posted for a particular job, they wouldn't have updated the portal. Okay, so you would have applied for a particular job, but there wouldn't have been any opening for that. So don't worry, that's okay. If that is the situation, you can directly contact the HR. Right, you can contact the HR to know what exactly is the opening for. This is the best way you can do it. Right. The next thing is, sending your resume to a company several times will get you notified by the company. If you feel so, sending your resumes 1001 times, only then you get recruited from the company. No, no, no. I've already told you, people will be held up with things. They'll be occupied, they'll be busy, and they'll not look into each and every one of your resumes, right? So what is the best thing that you should be doing is, in order to grab the attention of the employers, make sure that you use good professional words, right? So that it will be like, the HR will have the impression on you. Yes, this person is kind of probably the suitable one for the role that he is searching for, right? Okay. Resumes are properly downloaded to the job board or company's website. See, most of you, what you do is you add extra text boxes, you add extra graphics and all, and you feel that, hey, yes, my resume will get downloaded easily. No, people, please don't do it, because see, and that is the reality. What happens is, few of the resumes will not be downloaded because of this extra things that you do. Let it be plain, simple, up to the mark, and whatever is the point that you want mentioned, that's it. Please don't add extra graphics and all, because if you do that, you will not be able to the employer will not be able to go through your resume or even download your resume. Okay, make sure you are not doing anything as such, no extra graphics or designs. All right, so whatever is the font that I've mentioned, that's more than enough. The Times New Roman and 14 size and 12 size. Yes. Next thing, companies always use the major job boards to search for candidates and post job openings. No. What they do is, see, most of the companies, they don't feel like investing. As I've already spoken about the hidden job market, right? So what they do is, they don't want to spend too much in hiring people. So what they do is, they just don't advertise too much, and they just want their one of their employees to give referrals. So if that is the case, your resume will have a much more weightage, because if you are going through a reference, people, trust me, they'll not take you just like this, right? So your resumes, all of you here, if you've got any references, definitely please do mention it. And as I told, it will be an add-on to your job searching process, right? Trust me, companies will not, definitely they'll not spend. Why will they spend more on conducting job melas, job fairs, and campus recruitments and all those things like that? No, it's not happening. All right, so this were few myths about a resume. So yeah, so I was speaking about the resume. So people, anything, yeah, so any doubts you have about resume, you can just drop a text in. By the end of the session, I'll be clearing all your doubts, right? Yeah, Kanika has, right. Yes, you can mention one of the weakness, as she's mentioned, too much organized person. Yes, you can go for it, because that is actually a strength that can turn out to be a strength for all of you out there, right? So resume is done. So people will quickly move into the most, I don't call it to be the funniest part, but the actual important part, that is your interview skills. I'll tell all about the required, let it be your body language, your gestures, or whatever it is. We'll discuss each and everything about that. Yes, but before that, people, please do turn on your videos. Yeah. You might be thinking, why is ma'am telling, asking us to turn on the videos? Because I cannot see anyone. I can hardly see two people. Quickly, turn on your videos. Quickly. All of you. All of you are super sleepy. The first time I saw Akhilesh. Hi, buddy. How are you doing? Great.
Good, yeah.
Good. Okay, where were you for almost like around?
Yeah, today Puja festival, right? So I was little walking around.
Oh, I
so
understand. Yeah. I am getting the same scolding from my mom. She's like screwing me from morning. That's okay. I understand. But I should appreciate all of you. Yeah, you've been part of this session. It's like I am glad to be a part of this session because all of you have come in spite of the festive thing happening. Beautiful. Okay, our session will wind up by 2. Don't worry, 2 or like 1 or 2 minutes after or before. That's okay. All right. So quickly, let us just move into the next section that we have got is interview skills. So we do have so I'll be explaining things like what I do is from my experience, I'll be just telling you the points. So make sure that you listen to me carefully. Who wants to play a chin and cheek game one more time? If you want to, yes, if time permits, because this is just 4-hour session. If in case I get one more chance, or probably some other day, we'll have all the energizers because today there is a time constraint. I'll have to just finish off the things and yes, give you possible content that I can, right? All right, people. So next thing would be about interview skills. So anyone, you can just let me know what are the major interview skills that one should possess before just directly walking into the interview panel. Anyone, you can just let me know. That's okay, even if you're wrong, that's okay.
Dressing sense.
Beautiful. Dressing sense. All right. Great. Is there anything else? Okay, dressing sense. I can have fancy hairs. I can just pull my hairs like this, and can I go? Can I wear something which is odd?
We should be informal.
Yes. I was just kidding. Yes, dressing sense is an important thing. Anything else, people? Yeah.
Confidence.
Yeah, beautiful. All right. Yes. So what exactly is your interview skills? So people, as both of you have told, yes, your dressing sense, matters, your confidence matters. Interview skills, I would rather tell what exactly is interview first. So since I conduct interviews, practically speaking, all the candidates, like till date, I have interviewed around 500 plus students. I don't have the count though. So like 80% of them will be super nervous. See, trust me, interview is just a process, right? You'll have like one-on-one conversation, like face-to-face conversation. Yeah. People, now you can mute your audios for the next half an hour. All of you can mute your audios. All right, beautiful, thanks. So we'll go through what exactly is the interview skills all of you should be, all of us should be having, because without which we'll not be able to clear the rounds, right? Okay. Yeah, I was telling about interviews. It's just, the conversation that will be happening, a formal one, the formal conversation that will be happening. It can be either face-to-face or rather a group of people sitting right in front of us, right? I'll tell you all about all these things and types of interviews. All right. So people, speaking about the objectives that we have in interview skills, what exactly is interview process, what are the components, and what are the things, skills, or as you call it, as the behavioral aspects that interviews look out for in a particular individual. Types of interviews, questions asked. This is common for all of us, right? What type of questions will be asked in interview? Don't worry about all these things. I'll let you know about that, about dressing, and finally the tips and summary. All right. So as I told, interview is basically the conversation, as I told, formal conversation. It can either be, what do you call, a formal one. And people about interviews, I would like to add one more point. Interviews happening will not have a particular duration, all right? So it can be a 15-minute one, sometimes it can be half an hour, it can run up to 1 hour. Few of the interviews, what happens is it happens from morning till evening. Okay, don't worry about the duration and all. It truly depends on the company or the organization that is hiring people. Okay, that's the first thing about interviews. Okay. For most of you, interview process will be like this, right? HR will be sitting right there, and you feel like you're going through a tunnel where it is like completely lit up with fire. Full heavy, super nervous. Ayo, ಏನು question ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, ನಾನು answer ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡೋದು? What if in case I don't get the job? What if in case the HR HR turns out to be insane like me? You never know. HR is like can be something like Arpita, insane, completely insane. And trust me, people, few HRs will be like kind of aggressive at times, but not everyone. Okay, you should know how to cope up with the situation. All right. Yeah. So let us just look into the beautiful aspect about interview process. If you are super nervous, by the end of the session, all those extra weakness of yours will be like wiped off completely. All right. So what is the interview process? Recruitment is the first thing that all of us know, right? And then you have your performance evaluation, yes, training and development, all those things will be there. So what exactly I am trying to speak about is recruitment process. As all of you know, interview things, basically will happen around 2 to 3 rounds, right? The first will be your aptitude round. I'm speaking about the normal interview, right? Few of the companies will have aptitude round, that is written online test. And next you'll have your GD and stuff like that. And the end, you will have your technical interview or your HR interview, right? For experienced people, it will be negotiation. What is negotiation? What is negotiation, people? Yeah. Try. That's okay. Try. Akhilesh wants to try?
Related to salary.
Yes, beautiful. Yes. You just speak about the salary and you finally, come to, what do you call it? It's not conclusion though. You just set your final range, right? Those discussions happening and you finally get into a proper point, right? Negotiations, it is not like women fighting to, fill their tanks or water pot. No, that is not negotiation. Like sometimes you can relate it to, but negotiation in companies is like major thing is for salary. All right. So initial screening, yes. So people, what I would like to tell is, if you are good in like the normal skills, that is leadership, problem solving, creative, and things like that, that's okay. But be prepared for technical skills as well from your own domain, because it's like very much important. Okay. Yes, interview process. The first thing is preparation, as I told, and the next thing is information exchange, close, follow up, making right decision. We look into this in detail. So what exactly is preparation all about? I would like to tell, say if you're applying for a job and that is kind of a great MNC or whatever it is, let it be a small startup also, that's fine. Make sure you do a proper research about the company, right? Getting my point, people? You never know. The HR might ask, what do you know about your company? Then what will you do? So for that, proper research is required. Prior research is required, right? As I told, start listing down your skills, and you are the ones, you should be answerable to the questions asked, as in for your strength and weakness, correct? And before going into the interview panel, please just list out few questions, like what could be the possible questions that can be asked in the interview. So doing all these things will make you super prepared for the interview, rather than just going there and looking. If something is being asked, you'll not be able to answer if you're not prepared well, right? So preparation is the first thing that all of you should have. Proper preparation, right? Yes. Yes, these are other physical aspects, as in what you should be doing on the day of the job, and what are the qualifications or the employees looking out for, So all these things will be mentioned in your resume as well, but make sure that you know your resume. I told you, right? You shouldn't be copying it from your friend, and whatever skills he or she has, you might not have. So please have a look on that as well. Don't copy paste your resumes. You there is something called as car letter, also cover letter as you call, right? So along with the resumes, you should be attaching it. That is called as cover letter. Why is that required? Because a few of the companies will ask you to mail the cover letters, wherein it will have a brief. You should be mentioning why you want to get into the job. It's just a brief, your name, your address, and what are your skills, and why exactly do you want to get into the company, right? Okay. Yeah, information exchange. Like, say for example, when you are there right in front of the HR, make sure that you are listening to them properly. You shouldn't be like only, it shouldn't be like one-way interaction. They are asking something and you're not responding. No, please don't do that, right? Say I will give you, okay, I'll describe an entire scenario after discussing about this. So I'll give you what are the possible questions that can be asked in an interview. What are the extra things that you can do in order to save your job. I'll explain all those things, right? While you're talking to the HR, make sure that the HR doesn't get to know that you are nervous. Say we call it as non-verbal behavior. Say HR is asking something and you look somewhere like this else, somewhere else. No, maintain proper eye contact, especially guys. If the HR is female and if she's good to look at, stop staring. Please don't stare. And the same thing applies to girls as well. If the HR is male and if he's good looking, stop staring, because they'll get to know, Arey yaar, he's so beautiful. I mean, he's so handsome, or else, arey yaar, she's so beautiful. No, all these things you should be avoiding. Please do avoid distractions, right? So your non-verbal behavior matters a lot. Sit erect, sit straight. Please do have eye contact. I mentioned, please don't stare. It shouldn't be like they are asking something and you're like this staring at them. No. Getting my point? Okay. So here I would like to give one tip. It is not related though. So people, if you have this problem of maintaining eye contact, if you just maintain eye contact, if you feel that the moment I maintain eye contact, I forget things, right? If you have something like that, and if you are in a stage and if you want to give speech, you cannot maintain eye contact. If this is your problem, the best solution that I can give is, you can look here, this part, the bridge part, right? You can look into the audience, not to the eyes though, through the, I mean, this bridge part, that would be better. Else, you can look into the forehead section. This is just a tip. If you don't, if you want any other options, as in not the eye part or any of the forehead part, you can graze their head tops. By doing this, they'll feel that you are looking, I mean, you are having eye contact with them, but you'll not. See, there are few ways of overcoming your weakness as well, right? It's just that you got to know it. Okay, this is just a tip. And yeah, I've already told, please be assertive. Please don't shout at the person. Like, if in case he asks something, you shouldn't be like, why did you ask me that question? You don't have any right. Don't speak about Indian fundamental rights and all, right of right for speech or right freedom or whatever it is. No. Okay, you got to be completely assertive, polite, no being shy. No being shy. If anything is asked, you got to respond, right? Your voice modulation matters a lot. Okay, and yes, close. Once you're done with the interview, they will definitely ask, like, do you have any questions? So people, whatever the questions, I'll tell you in meanwhile. Okay, but as it just, if I I'm supposed to tell, please don't ask about salary. I've been mentioning this earlier as well, but ask something which is related to your role. So ask them, like, what exactly will my objectives of the role be? Like this, you got to be like this. Please don't ask only about salary, because that is not going to help you out. Getting my point? Okay. And yes, about the gestures as well, I'll tell it. Follow up. As I told, whenever you're done with the interview, they'll definitely tell, yes, we'll let you know about it. You can just have a call with the HR, like you can just call and ask them, or like you can just drop a mail. Make sure that you follow up, because you should know the status of the interview that you have given, right? Please do have a follow up. That should sound professional. It shouldn't be like once you call and they tell no, I'm busy, and you keep, and again you call, and again 1001 times you call. No, it should be only a single call in a particular day, and it should be during the office hours, right? Okay. And before speaking, make sure that you practice your conversation. If you are nervous, you can just write down your conversation on a sheet of paper and just practice it, rehearse it one time, and then you can have a word with whosoever it is. Okay. Making the right decision, that is what I was telling. If you want to get into a particular job, but you have applied who have applied for something else, but if you're satisfied, you're happy, only then get into the job. Please don't just blindly sign the agreement and later you'll be like regretting, hey, oh, why did I sign? No, I shouldn't have done it. No, that's not done. If you have already agreed for the company's norms and conditions, that's it, it's done. Please go through the agreement before you sign in. And if you're okay for the shifts, they would have mentioned each and everything in the agreement. And if you're okay for staying with 1 year, 2 year, or whatever is the condition that they have mentioned, only then sign in, else that's okay, right? That is what salary negotiation, that is, you got to give a particular range. If you're an experienced person, then you can do it. For freshers, I would insist not doing it. All right. Okay. Yes. So interview process is all these. In order to just understand about this, we'll have a practical session. Before that, I'll just discuss about the what is the thing that interviewers look for. All right. So people, it is not only communication that matters, it also involves other things, right? It involves the creative thinking skills, problem solving skills of yours. They'll just drop a question and they'll see how you react to it. What is your capability? What exactly are you well versed with? So all these things you should keep in your mind. Please just don't think that I have got percentage, I'll get the job. No, even if you have your percentage, it is the job is truly dependent on how you perform well in your interview, right? So all these matters: capability, your composure, your credibility, your confidence. As one of you told, confidence, yes, that does matter. Your skills as well. Don't be nervous, that's okay. Even if you are nervous, you can just take a 2 minutes of time. You can just inhale, exhale, that's it, right? Why am I telling this? Because if you are nervous, if you badly want the job, you will have to screen it out. If the HR feels that you are nervous, trust me, he would have set a standard, right? But if you just showcase him that you are nervous, the points might go down, right? Please don't do that. Resume is one such thing, and whatever skills I've been telling it since the starting of the session, yes, please do have it. Types of interviews, this is super good. I'll tell you the types of interviews all of you should be knowing. There are basically 2 levels. All right, the first level is, as you call it, is the basic normal screening level. You can have either telephonic conversation or a face-to-face. All right, this is just to know about your personal traits, not in detail though. But the second level will have each and everything. I mean, check on your attitude, your technical skills, your behavior, and what are the roles that they are looking out for. So all these things will be checked in level 2. Level 1 is just the normal casual one. Okay, right? So these are the basic types of interviews. And speaking about the types of interviews, this you already know. On-campus interviews, the company people come into your college and they'll start recruiting. This is the first thing, right? They'll just do mass recruitment, or they'll just pick hundreds of students together. This is the campus interview. Second is telephonic interview. So you might get a call wherein you'll be asked to speak about the questions they might ask is something related to your communication, because telephonic interviews are for the same. In order to check your communication skills, telephonic interviews are conducted. And the next is video interviews. So for video interviews, people make sure that your background is plain background, right? Okay, and you are in a completely professional dress, no fancy dress, and you should have a proper attire, as I told. And a video conference is, you should check your technical stability of the system prior. It shouldn't be like you're facing issues when you're having the interview happening, right? Okay, one-on-one interview. So as I told, you'll have face-to-face interview wherein you'll have just one person sitting right in front of you. It is called as one-on-one. So he'll keep on asking questions, and it can either be related to the company or it can be just general questions, whatever is the role for. So you'll be the only person answering that. And there is something called as panel interview wherein many people will be sitting right in front of you, and it can either be not only one person sitting, you can have two others sitting besides you. So this is called as panel interview. You would have seen in this thing, right? What is that? Three Idiots movie, wherein there'll be many people sitting in front of you and you should be answerable to all of them, right? It is done basically to have different way, I mean different perspectives from all the people, not just only one opinion. The interviewer or the HR or whosoever it is, he'll collect opinions from all the people there, I mean who's sitting in the panel. All right. The next thing is interview over a meal. This you hardly get it. This is for experienced people. So it can either be lunch or brunch or whatever interview it is. So for that, people, you should be, I would give you an instance. One of my friend had this. Interview over a meal. He was taking interview. So what just happened? He was asked to come to a particular place. Okay, everything was said. It was actually a cafe. That person, okay, the moment he entered, they sat, and the interviewer also sat, and the person who was there seeking for job also came. He was like, the moment he came, he's like, bhaiya, do biryani, do plate biryani. He ordered the waiter to give biryani. People, this is not the way. This is not the way. You should be patient enough. The HR who has asked you to come to the place will only be ordering. You shouldn't call the waiter. Hello, excuse me, come here. Hello, no, Anna, baile. No, all those things should be avoided. You got to, how should I explain that? You got to just stay calm, silent, and it shouldn't be like the moment you get the food, I'll order. I mean, the moment you get the menu, I'll order this, I'll order that, I'll order this. No, okay. It should be like you are giving the chance for the HR to order. Else, if you want to order something which is plain, not like heavy and all, right? So this was about interview over a meal, and make sure that if you are facing such things, you are not asking, you are not calling the waiter as I called, come here. No, please avoid all those things. Okay. Yep. So there are a few more types of interviews, as in your behavioral, your stress, your case. So quickly, I'll give you the gist. Behavioral interviews is being conducted wherein they'll have a check on your temper. Sometimes how you just deal with things. They'll give you situations. They'll ask you to give solutions for that. Say, for example, me being the HR, I'll not ask the same old question. Tell me something about yourself. No, I'll ask them something which is crazy, insane. Okay. I'll tell you about that while we're discussing about the interview questions as well. Next is stress interview. So people, stress interviews will basically be made in order to, check how well you respond to any of the situations being given under pressure. So this, there was one, exam happening wherein a guy was under this stress interview. All right. So I guess you would have heard about this question. So the interviewer asked, what if in case your mother is a prostitute? This is something, which will make all of us be aggressive, right? You will feel like hitting, throwing your seat off and trashing the person there. No, the student answered it in a beautiful way. So when the same question was asked, he answered it in a beautiful way. What was the answer? What was the reply that he gave was, sir, if my mother is a prostitute, my father will only be the customer. Getting the point, what I'm trying to tell? So you got to put things in a smart way, much more smarter way. Please don't complicate things. Don't just stand and start hitting the person there. No, don't do it. All right. And the last thing that we have is case interviews. So as I told here, they'll give you a particular situation. Okay. Say, for example, they'll pick one problem in any of the business ambience. Say, for example, the person might give you a situation something like this. I have hired a person, okay, the employer, a candidate. He's been working since 3 months, and later I fire him. What could be the reason for this? Something like this, okay. These are examples for case interviews. Okay, people incorporate there is something called as issuing pink slip. Okay, anyone in the session, do you know what exactly is a pink slip? When you are given a pink slip, what does that mean? If you know, please let me know. Pink slip.
Maybe exit termination.
Yes, beautiful. Pink slip is not the thing that you give on your rose day, your teddy day, promise day. No. Pink slip, if you are getting pink slip in your corporates, it means that you are fired. That's it. No more talks. Okay. Make sure that you don't end up having such pink slips. Right? Common questions asked. So people, I'll tell you in brief. Say for example, if they ask, tell me something about yourself. This is the main common question since years, right? So here you'll have to speak about only yourself, right? You'll have to mention about your skills, your education, and say you can mention about your college as well. But if they like, if you want to mention about your family, let it be only for 2 lines. Like, I have sibling, my parents are working in a company. If your mom is a homemaker, yes, you can mention those, but don't stress too much about your family background. The question clearly says, tell me something about yourself. So you should mention extra things about, I mean, you should more stress on mentioning about yourself, not your family, because that's not required. That is not the thing that the HR has asked for, right? Getting my point? Tell me something about yourself. And if in case they ask, I would give this question for all of you. Say, suppose I am AC student. Okay, I'll give you this instance. I am AC student. Okay, I end up getting job in IT. Okay, there is a HR there. If in case the person asks, you have done your degree, whatever is the field, why are you joining IT now? If in case you come across such questions, how would you answer? How would you respond? I mean, how would you respond? Because your domain is different, and now you have opted for a different domain. If the HR asks something like this, how would you respond? Yes, people. All these questions, I tell you, HRs will be like super crazy at times. They keep asking something which is not relevant also. You would have studied in BCom and now you want to get into IT or whatever is the domain, shift of domain. How would you respond? Yes, please. You understood the question, right? All of you. No? Okay. So if in case you come across any situation like that, okay, Akhilesh, you want to speak something? Yes, buddy, go for it.
Like, I didn't understand the question. Like, degree to
okay.
BCom to.
Don't want degree. I'll give you one example. Say I have studied in one domain. Okay, say okay, I'll give you my example only. I have studied in EC. That is my domain, electronics domain. Now I want to get into computer field. Okay, for the job. So HR will definitely ask, you have studied electronics and now why do you want to get into computers? Yeah.
Maybe he's interested. So.
Yes, beautiful. All of you in the session, please clap for Akhilesh. Right answer. The same thing happened to me when I was just doing my first job in HCL. The same question was asked. You have studied electronics and you are here for IT job. I told, sir, IT interests me. That is why I'm here. Your tone should be in such a way that it should make the employees feel that, yes, he's giving the right answer. People, your voice, you got to tone it down completely low. I mean, like a normal tone. It shouldn't be like, sir, IT, I love IT, I'm here. No, it shouldn't be like that. Getting my point? Okay. Yes, Akhilesh, beautiful, right answer. Okay. So, yes, people before, like probably getting into the interview, you got to imagine the HR directly right in front of your eyes. Right? They can ask anything which is not related also. Okay. So one last question I'll ask, and later I'll just move on with the dressing sense and tips for interview. Okay. This question is for all of you. Okay. Anyone who would love to answer, you can go for it. All right. The question is, if in case you are middle in the forest, it is like pitch dark, you are right in the middle of the forest, and towards your right side is your best friend. Okay. Towards your left side is a blind person. Okay. Getting my point? Towards your right is a best friend, towards your left side is a blind person. Okay. You should cross the road. It is pitch dark and it's forest. So if you are supposed to cross the road, you should have the right step. One wrong step that you take, you will end up in accident. Okay. So in such a situation, who will you be saving? Is it your best friend, or is it your blind? I mean, is it the blind person? So whom will you be saving? If you get only one chance, you can save either of them, not both of them.
The blind person.
Yes, yes. Okay, Kanika, why?
Actually, he is not able to see, and my friend can see.
Right? Beautiful answer. Friend, okay, friend. Yes. So this is one such question wherein your perspective will be changed, not your answer. That's okay. If you give blind person as answer, that's fine. If you give best friend as answer, that's fine. But make sure that you give elaborate answers, right? It shouldn't be only that they will not oppose. I again repeat, it is based on your perspective. Each one of you will have different perspectives, right? Muskan will have her own way of explaining things, and even Akhilesh, you will have your own perspectives. That's okay. The only thing that they see is how you interpret things. That's it. Getting my point, people? Okay. We'll have few more questions as well by the end of the session. I'll let you know. I'll quickly discuss about dressing sense. Okay. What do we call it as? In technical terms, we call it as grooming. Okay. Grooming involves your attire, your hairdo, everything. Okay. Do you want me to start off with girls first or guys? Guys or girls? Whom should I start with? Girls. Okay, beautiful. So for girls, if you will basically get two options. Okay, it can either be formal or the traditional one. So if you go with formals, the same thing that you see, I am in my business formals. So this is called as complete business formals. And when you attend the interview, let it be formals and not your casuals. Okay, right from the top. So your no heavy earrings, no fancy shoes, and even if you're applying lipstick, Akhilesh is like, ma'am, this is not my topic. I'll just go off screen. That's okay. People, guys, even you can listen, because when I am explaining to guys, girls will be listening, right?
Yeah, I'm here, ma'am.
Yeah, I know it. I was just kidding, man. All right. No fancy earrings, and I was speaking about the lipstick shade. It should be completely not the bright one, a light one. Okay. And about your nail paints. So if you badly want to apply your nail paints, it should be matte or completely light color, which is not like vibrant. No, that shouldn't be the case. All right. And about your dress, that is your attire, your formal shirt, pants, your coat, everything will be there. That's the case. All right. And about your shoes, yes, if you are wearing a formal dress, it should be formal shoes only. This is about, and your hairdo, let it be a formal one. If you want, you can just tie it up, but plaits, you got to avoid it, because that doesn't look good for your formal attire, right? I'll always be with my messy bun, and my colleagues keep teasing me. It's like, if one day I just go in place, they'll be like, where is your messy bun? Did you just sell it or what? That is the case. All right. Have a complete perfect hairdo for your attire that matches. All right. And if you want to go in your traditional wear, that is sari. I guess you people don't wear sari. If it is your kurta, okay, with the top, veil is a compulsion, because that it looks good. Dupattas, or what you call as veils, dupattas should be properly pinned, and here once again, no heavy earrings, and your nose pins as well. Even if you have got your nose pins, it should be a normal one, small one. your earrings should be a stud, not too much heavy hangings. And girls, your hair should be properly, combed. It shouldn't be like your when interviewer is asking something, you shouldn't be like, "Hi, yes sir, tell me sir." No, okay. Don't keep playing with your hairs. And with bangles, no, too many bangles, no. And your casuals, slippers, let it match the dress that you're wearing. Heels, not too much, no, small one, that would go better. All right. And about yeah, what else? I've told about nail paint, and I've told about jewelry. You got to avoid. Please avoid jewelry because that doesn't sound professional. Okay, this was about the girls thing. About guys present. Guys are there in the session? No. Guys, okay, we have only one person. Others, at least stop. I mean, turn on your videos and just wave. We have only one. Others, I guess others are not there. Okay, that's fine. Sachin is here and Akhilesh is here. Okay, fine, super good. So for guys, you don't have two options, right? You don't have traditional. Traditional andre ಏನು ಪಂಚೆ ಉಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತೀರಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಲ್ವಾ? You just have got only one option, that is formals, right? So people, if you are wearing formals, the same thing, complete business formals, and mustache and your beard. Few companies will not allow you if you're having mustache. It should be completely shaven, complete. All right, but few companies will be okay with the mustache and all. They'll let you know prior. Okay, if you have got doubts, you can ask them. I mean, not the person directly, but through other resources. Okay. If in case you're having a beard, I'm telling, if in case few of the companies will only allow, not all the companies will allow to have your beards and all. So beards, if it's there, it should be properly shaped, trimmed. All right. And if you have got studs, please do remove it. No using studs, guys, especially. All right, that's the case. And I guess all of you, I mean, guys, you know that if you are wearing your shoes, it should match the color of your belt, right? It shouldn't be like you're wearing a belt, something in leather in black, and your shoes is like jingchak red color. No, getting my point? It should match the belt color. So if it's black, your belt color is black, your shoes color should also be black. And a tie is not a compulsion. If you badly want to wear a tie, yes. And if you want to have a blazer, I mean, on it, go for it. Else, a proper, like not a bright color, a decent color would be fine. Like blue, the one that I'm wearing, that's okay. All right. Please be selective with your colors that you're picking up when you're actually dressing for your interviews. All right. Tie is necessary. That's what I guess I told. Tie isn't a compulsion. If you want, you can have it. But yes, if the companies are like super professional and they have the standards, you can have your tie. All right. This was about your grooming. And what is the next thing that we have? See, the same thing. I'll show it here. I'll share the screen because we are running out of time. I'll quickly share it. All the things has been discussed. Yeah. All right, slideshow. I'll just do it. Give me a minute. Okay. Common questions I just told you, right? And I'll also be telling it after the session. So as of now, don't worry about this. I'll discuss in detail. No, dressing up. Yeah, girls, like in India, we commonly don't follow these skirts. But if in case you are following this skirt thing and all, if you want to just wear it, it should be below the knee length and not above the knee length. And guys, you looking at the PPT, your dress size shouldn't be too big, too small. This is perfect, right? Yeah. So all these things I've told. See, people in interview, okay, I'll quickly give you the summary as well. So in interview, what happens the moment you enter the room, and until and unless you leave the room, you will be evaluated, you'll be given points for that. Please do have it in your mind, right? I'll just quickly depict the role so that you'll understand what is the importance of interview. Okay, let us consider this is the interview panel, all right, and there is a room. So how do you enter the room? Okay, I'll do this. The door is closed, okay, and you should be entering, and the HR is sitting right in the middle of the room. So how will you enter the room?
Excuse me, sir. Shall I get in?
Okay. Anything else? The door is closed. How will, if even if you tell excuse me, it will not be heard at times.
First, we should knock the door.
Yes. Is it knocking the door or literally banging the door? Tegi.
No, just simply knocking the door once or twice. That's it.
Beautiful.
Not so many times.
Beautiful. You should knock the door twice or thrice. That's
Yes.
it. Shouldn't be like 10 times knocking. Sir, please open door, sir. I urgently want to come. No.
It's completely wrong.
Yeah. And when you talk also, people, your communication should be super good. All right. That I'll come to it. Come to the point later. So after knocking, yes, everything is done, and you are walking inside, and the HR is sitting. Okay, what next? You are standing in front of the HR. The HR is sitting. What next?
Then next, if they will tell them come, can make, or else they'll say sometimes sit. Then good morning, sir. If they fully professional, have shake hand.
Yes. Okay, beautiful. So people, resumes, please don't carry your resume in stick file. In your 8th and 10th standard, you had that stick file, no, with color sticks and all. Please don't carry your resumes in that. Ajib agatalla, atara resume na atara stick file will carry madadre. Have a proper professional file, what you call as zip file, the hardbound file. Okay, carry your resumes in that. So the moment you enter the interview panel and you have your HR sitting right in front of you, please greet them first. Greet them, and if it is morning, wish them good morning. If it's noon, good noon. Rarely your interviews will be conducted after 6 p.m. Okay, if in case your interview is conducted at around 8 p.m., please don't wish them good night. Good night, sir. No, it is not good night. It is good evening. Okay, please greet them. This is the first point. The moment you just stand in front of them, the moment you see them, greeting is the first point. Second thing, they will ask you to sit. Okay, few HRs will definitely tell, please take your seat. But few HRs will test you on this. Okay, they'll just see whether you will sit directly or you'll seek their permission to sit. People, please at least wait for 15 seconds. If they are busy, if they pretend to be busy, or also that's fine. Just wait for 10-15 seconds. Even if they don't ask you to sit, then you can ask their permission. Ma'am or sir, whosoever is sitting, can I have my seat? This is the super good etiquette that all of you should follow. Right? Getting my point? Okay. After that, yes, you have asked the permission to sit. What next? If this is your resume, assume this to be your resume, you'll throw the resume onto the person's face. Is it? Check the resume. I have got it. No. Wait until the person asks. And if you're carrying documents for your interview, please don't carry your 5th standard, 4th standard marks cards and all. No. Carry the relevant documents which has been asked. Not too much, not too less. All right. Then, please don't give your resumes until and unless they ask. All right. Next thing. Maintaining the eye contact. That's the thing I've told. And please be assertive. And whatever the questions they ask, please do answer. And I didn't mention about handshake because it is not compulsion. The moment you come, greet. If you want to give a handshake, if you want to offer a handshake after greeting, that is good morning or good evening, whatever it is, after greeting, then you can offer a handshake. How should the handshake be? It shouldn't be like you're holding the person's hand like this in both the hands and shaking your hands like this. No, it should be just only single hand, firm handshake like this, 1 to and fro movement. That's it. It shouldn't be like for 2 minutes holding the HR's hand like this and doing. No. If you want to do it, you can do it, else that's okay. And if it is opposite gender, like if you are a male, if the HR is female, usually people don't do it, but now it's fine. After greeting, offering handshake, yes. And now you are talking to the HR. If they ask the resume, yes, give it. One thing I would like to tell people, if they tell something like this, take me through your profile. If they're going through your profile and simultaneously they're asking you the same question, tell something which is not there in the resume. I'll tell you why. Because you can tell something like this. Sir or ma'am, you're already going through my profile. So let me give you the gist about my profile. You got to tell something like this and speak about your skills, because he would have already gone through what is your education, what is your what do you call as profile summary, professional summary. Again, if you tell the same thing, he'll get to know. See, for HR it is just 10 to 30 seconds it is only required for him to analyze a particular candidate. All right, so when he asks for something like that, tell which is not mentioned, because that is an extra point. All right, done. Done with speaking. And what are the questions? The questions can be like, tell me something about yourself. How would you see yourself for 5 or 10 years down the line? And where, okay, say if you have mentioned about your strengths or weakness or about your skills, they will definitely ask you to prove it. Say if you tell that you are a good leader, they'll tell, can you just give me a situation wherein it will prove the same? I tell you, HRs will be spontaneous. You got to be active. Say you can tell, sir, had been a part of a technical event. We had a fest. I was a part of the technical event, and I was the leader there. I was a team lead. I was guiding all my, all my friends. So whatever you tell, you should have answers for that. It shouldn't be like, "Sumne bike bandid hedadalla." No, they'll definitely catch you on that point if you're lying. Okay, fine then. Uh, Anything else? Yes. So apart from the interview thing, say suppose everything is done, interview is done, and they, as I told, by the end, if they tell, or if they ask you to only shoot up any questions that you have got. For freshers, speaking about salary is not required. You can just speak about the job roles. You can speak about the shifts that you might have. You can speak about the scope of the position. But for experienced people, they can speak about the salary part and things like that. Okay. Then what is now let us just consider that you are done with the thing and you are about to leave. What is the thing that you shouldn't be forgetting? Interview ella ಆಯ್ತು, ಇವಾಗ ಇನ್ನೇನು ಹೊರಡಬೇಕು. What is the thing that you shouldn't be forgetting?
Should thank them.
Yes, beautiful. Yes, thank the HR before leaving. Right, getting my point, people? Even if you get selected, or even if you just don't get selected, I'm so sorry. Even if you don't get selected, that's fine. Please thank the HR, and you should have a gentle smile on your face, not like this laughing throughout. No. And please don't use sugar coated words. Please don't praise the HR. Sir, you're looking good. Sir, ma'am, you're looking good. No, all these will not give you points. Getting it right? Okay, so make sure that you don't end up creating sarcastic movements there. Whatever you tell shouldn't sound sarcastic. I hope all of you are getting this. A sense of humor is not required there. Hey, let me just crack a joke. Yeah, let us make this environment completely funny. No, that's not required. Okay, I'm giving you tip every now and then. Please just listen to it carefully. Okay, and yes, what is that? Yes, you have already thanked the HR, and if you want, you can offer a handshake. I repeat, if you want. That doesn't mean when the person is giving you handshake, you'll be like, no sir, that's okay. No. Okay, if they are giving, please don't reject it, or rather please don't just ignore. Offer the handshake one more time, thank, and then leave politely. Don't just run because you're done with your interview. No, I've just told you, right? The moment you walk in, until and unless you leave, you'll be evaluated on all the parameters. All right, so this was about your dressing sense for interviews, and I've given you the role play, which includes everything about the interview skills. Right, people? We have got the last topic, GD. I'll be just doing it within just 10 minutes of time, and later whatever doubts you have got, you can just let me know. Okay, yes, I'll be answering your questions that you have posted in the chat box, definitely. Please be patient for around 20 minutes. Is it fine? All of you are super hungry? Yes, you want to have a maneli amma madidare ma'am obbat madidare tinakaktilla. We are forced to stay in the session. Is it like that? No, right? Okay, beautiful. Yeah. Right, I'll quickly finish about GD. So people, can you just let me know what exactly is GD? What do you know about GD? Why is GD conducted?
GD stands for group discussion.
Wow, beautiful. Nice. I wasn't kidding. I wasn't kidding. Sorry, who was that who answered? Buddy, please.
Kanika.
Sorry?
Kanika.
Kanika, you answered. Right. GD stands for group discussion. Yes. What else do you know about group discussion?
It's basically conduct for to know the leader qualities there and the initiative taken by the person and how he is pursuing the discussion from starting to end.
Yes.
And
beautiful. That's a great point, actually. Yes, we have got one more answer, Manjula. To know communication skills, yes, right. And Sachin, to know time management confidence, yes, beautiful. So, people, I would like to tell what exactly is GD. Okay, as you know, it's a discussion happening. You will have few people set up in there. It's a what do you call, a part of evaluation process. It is basically a part of your evaluation process, right? So one such important fact about GD is it is used for filtering. You know what's filtering, right? So people, there'll be like thousands of people, or rather, let us consider hundreds of people. So they consider this round to be a filtering round wherein they can easily eliminate people. Company people can easily eliminate the candidates, right? So this is the first thing. It's basically a part of evaluation process wherein discussion happens. A topic will be thrown, or rather, what you call, a topic will be given to the candidates, and you got to speak. Okay. So this is about just about GD. So what exactly is the importance of GD? Yes, I've told. I mean, all your friends have told already. That is communication will be lived upon your communication skills, your leadership skills, your personal traits will basically be checked. Okay, this is the next thing that all of you should remember. So I'll tell you what are the types of GD. Okay, you have got basically 3 types of GD. The first one is the topic one. Okay, the things which are based on topics, and next you have got something called as case study, and the next is which is dependent on the what do you call it, controversial and things like that. All right. So people, when you get something to speak about facts, okay, facts is known, which is known to all of us. Okay, getting my point? So if you're speaking about facts, the GD topics that you can expect is speak about your country's GDP, economic development. These can be examples for topic-based, group discussion. That is facts-based group discussion. Okay. And the next thing is about controversial. All right. So what exactly is controversial GD is? It is basically established to check your temper, how good you are in your temper management. Controversial is only that, right? I would like to give an example for controversial GD. Say, are women better managers than men? This is a controversial GD topic, right? And or should beef be should beef ban be made logical? This is again a controversial topic. So to just to just check how you control your temper, they just throw the topics like this, controversial. All right. In the facts based topics, you have got something called as abstract also. There is something called as abstract type of GD, wherein they'll just give some random topic you cannot even guess. Seriously, you cannot guess. All right. So some such things are, say for example, they'll give you a GD topic as black, the color black. You should speak about the topic for 15 minutes. What will you speak about the color black? Okay. Or say for example, the number 0, or just a point. You got to speak about the point. This is a point. They'll tell, speak about the point. So you should be careful. You should be prepared for all these things. Rather, let it be facts-based GD, let it be controversial, let it be abstract topic, that is some random topic they can come up with. All right. So better start, be preparing for the same. Okay. And the next thing that you can have is just about what do you call as case studies. All right. They just give you one situation, as I gave you in interview. They'll just give you one situation and you got to speak about this situation. The main agenda behind case studies is they'll see how you just come up with the solution in a group. All right. So all these are types of GDs that have spoken. I've spoken about facts. What is that? Controversial, abstract, then case studies, all these, right? Now speaking about the process of GD, people please carefully listen. Before entering into the GD panel, carry a book or at least a paper, pen or paper. I mean, not or, pen and a paper. Why? Because whenever the GD starts or whenever things strike your mind, you can just jot it down on the paper. You can just make a note of the points, because you are not, like robots. You cannot remember each and everything, right? So that's the first thing that all of you should do. Next, how is the GD process carried? So this GD process, how will it take place is you'll have around 8 to 15 members in the GD. It depends on the company or the organization which is carrying out the GD. All right. So 10 to 15 members will be there. You'll be asked to sit in a circular position sometimes, or it will be rectangular, like in bench wise, or it will be parallel. So why exactly will you be asked to sit in a circular position? Why is that? Can anyone let me know? You'll be asked to sit in circular position. This a random guess. Why only circular position?
It covers all the persons who surround.
Yes, right, beautiful. Yes, beautiful. And one more reason, yes, in order to maintain eye contact, right, people? So this is the major reason behind what exactly, I'm sorry, why exactly you are asked to sit in a circular position. Okay. The next thing that I would like to tell is the GD will start when the evaluator will give you a topic. Okay. He will give you 2 to 3 minutes of time for preparation as well. Okay. So he'll tell this is the topic so and so, and he will just give 2 to 3 minutes. In some situations, you will not get time to prepare. Okay. So you should be ready for that. So after this preparation, what is the first thing all of you, the first mistake all of you do is you raise your hand in order to speak. No, when the evaluator tells the time, the preparation time is over, you can start. You need not raise your hand to speak. Just immediately start off. In GD, what are the 3 aspects that they look for is the introduction, and next the body content, and last the summary. Okay, it shouldn't be like, hey macha neen start mado naan amele heltini illa out start madli. You shouldn't keep on, you shouldn't be waiting there, right? Getting my point? Start off with, if in case you're having points, please start off. But one thing I would like to tell, if you are not aware about the topic, please don't make a mistake of starting off with the topic. No, please don't do it. Okay, these are a few tips as well. Topic ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, it is just some random topic. Say our superstitious beliefs to be followed. Do you think it is good to follow them? Some random topic if they give. Or let us consider, is alcohol, alcohol consumption, is it good for the society? Where you can speak, but that's okay. But if you're not having any idea about it, please don't start off with the GD. Okay. Second thing, GD is not your debate. Group discussion is not a debate. Getting my point, people? Yeah, debate is something wherein you can speak about either for or against, but GD is not like that. You can speak anything that you want, but I would insist, if you are speaking about a particular aspect, make sure that you stick on the same aspect. Don't just keep on changing things. All right. Okay, the next thing, please don't look at the HR. You are not supposed to look at the HR. You need not tell the points to a HR like this, sir, this is my point. No, you should have an eye contact with the opponents, and you should tell the points to them, not to the HR. All right. And the person whosoever starts with introduction, he can just tell his name and directly start off. All right. If the person wants, can tell his company, college name also, and start. The second person need not give the introduction. It is not necessary, and it is not mandatory. Okay. Second person directly start off with the point that is relatable. Okay, let us consider that a few people have already started speaking, and I'll give you few tips. So people, please carefully listen to the tips here. If you feel that you are not able to speak anything about the topic, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು? ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಮಾತಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಕೇಳಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, then you'll definitely get an idea what exactly to be spoken in front of everyone. You can do this. Tip number 1. Have patience, listen to everyone, because listening skills are the ones that you'll be evaluated on. Later, you can speak. This is first tip. Second tip. I am completely nervous. I'm not able to speak even a single word. If this is your situation, at least at the end, whatever your friends have spoken or others have spoken, you can tell like this. You can add a point like this. I would like to summarize. Yes, this Thomas has given the same. Beautiful point. I would like to summarize the things. And when you're giving the summary, please keep one thing in your mind. Summary should be the points being discussed in the group discussion. I mean, in the same session. It shouldn't be the points which are away, out of the topic. All right, getting my point? Okay, I'll tell about the, what do you call? The skills that you'll be checked for. Okay, in the next session, and then we can have a Q&A session. So this is the two. These are major 2 tips that you can have. Wait for others to speak, else at the end you can give summary. All right, and in between, if you have, say, I'll tell you, if you speak a lot, that doesn't mean that you'll get hired. No, that's not the case. That is basically a myth. All right, how should your presence be? Is you should make your presence like every 3 and 4 times. You should just come and go. You got to speak at least for like around 1 minute or so. Come and go every now and then. Just make sure that you are present there in the GD. It shouldn't be like ondsala matadde next matad avashyakate illa. No. Okay, make your presence for like more than 3 to 4 times. Getting my point, people? Okay. And about this is one more thing. There will be one person who will tell your point before you tell. Correct? Right? Okay. So in that case, what should you be doing? You can take the show off. I mean, like, not that show off. I'm telling you can just create your presence in the session. As in, say for example, the person sitting in front of you told the same point. The same point held. You can start off something like this. Yes, I too, I agree with you. I agree with your point, my dear friend. Yes. You can just put forth your points. Getting my point, people? So all these extra words will create a good impression while you're making and putting forth your points in front of the people out there, right? And please don't be aggressive. If someone goes out of the topic, you take the initiative and tell, my dear friend, you're going out of the topic. Please, let us just come back. This is the way, polite way of getting everything done. This is the best way that you can do it. Getting my point, people? Matadak agtilla enu andre, do something like this. Why are we doing this? We badly want the job, right? So job sigodakoskara, if you just stay idle, if you stay silent, trust me, you'll not get selected. No way. Just make your presence by hook or crook. Make your presence. I've given you a few tips on that, right? And if you're talking to someone, it shouldn't be like you're arguing. No, it is not a debate. Please keep things in your mind, right? And there'll be people who simply use words. Please don't use F words. I hope all of you know what are F words. It is there in your mind that if I use F words, people might feel that yes, I know English. No, that is not at all the main thing. Okay, using F words doesn't mean that you know English. Like, probably others might use, but please don't use F words in your GD. Please maintain your standards. You should speak terms which are relevant. Okay, and don't pinpoint a particular person. Yes, you are wrong. Don't do anything as such. Don't get into personal things, because all these traits, I mean, there are a few qualities. I'll mention those. So you'll be evaluated on everything, people. So please, please don't make any such mistakes. All right. And the next thing. So if in case when you're talking, a person interrupts, okay, you can be friendly to them and just tell, my dear friend, let me finish my point. Okay, this is the tone that you should have. It shouldn't be like, hey, you can't you see I'm speaking, why are you disturbing? No. Okay, I told, right, your voice, you got to tone it down. All these things, please do keep in your mind. And about the last thing, dress. Yes, here as well, since this is your interview, a part of interview, your dressing sense also matters. Okay, and the qualities that you will be checked on, there are few qualities. The first one is your communication skills. Yes, of course. Your content should be super strong. It shouldn't be like you are casually having conversation with others. No, even though your friends, you should have the conversation which is relevant. Okay, first is communication, next is content. Your analytical thing, skills, your analytical skills, your reasoning skills, how well you analyze the situation being given, how well you come up with the points, your beautiful points. Even though if you're not letting it be known by others, then it's waste of time. If you are like nervous, if you're shy, if you're not putting forth your points, as I told, even though it's like kind of uh, even though they're strong enough to hold the GD, if you're not letting them know, no, your points will just go down like this. Okay, and apart from your logical reasoning, thinking skills, and your communication, the other skills that you'll be checked on. Yes, apart from your planning, organizing, yes, you'll have a particular plan as in when to speak. Please don't wait for others to speak. You got to put your points if you're having one. Okay, I tell you three more things about other aspects that you'll be judged on. Is your leadership skills. As I told, please take up the initiative and start off with whatever you want to tell. And initiatives you can take when I give you an example, right? If someone is going out of the topic, you can get them back politely. If someone is speaking something else which is you know turning out to be probably a direct target to others, you might take up initiative and stop things happening there. Okay, then apart from your leadership skills, your behavioral skills also matter. Group behavior, when you are there in amongst the group of people, it will definitely be a different way, right? You are, as an individual you might be different, and in group you might be different. So please make sure that you have a check on your behavioral skills. Please don't degrade others, please don't use cuss words, and make sure that you're not targeting others. Right, getting my point, people? And don't sit like this aram. Say if there's a chair or something, don't just scratch your head, don't just look into your pen. And if you have got pen or bottle or something, don't just be spinning it or do whatever shit which is like no, that you're not supposed to. Please follow the etiquettes because they are important, right? And other few GD topics that I can give as an example as no, demonetization and all, it's like previous. You can't expect the people to give the same topics, right? They can give you some abstract topics, as in you an early bird or a night owl, and speak about the country's GDP. Yes, I guess I told about this. And today's trend GD topic is online education is must for kids. Is it a must for kids like below fifth grade or something like that? So all these hot topics you got to prepare. Start listing out the topics and start preparing. Please don't wait for others, okay, to take your opportunity. So this was about GD. I have covered all these things, right from your resume, your interview, your job searching, and your the one that is the GD that we handled. I mean, that we looked into right now. So people, this was the session that we had it today. So if you've got any doubts, you can let me know, and you can just turn on your audios and videos. Let me know about your queries if you're having, and either you can just drop your messages in the chat box there.
I have one doubt.
Yeah, please.
In resume for reference, we can add our college professor details.
Yes, sure, why not? If they are in the highest position, you can definitely do it. But make sure that you have informed the person that you are adding his or her name. If
like HOD of commerce, our college.
Yes. See, I say for example, I am giving my CV to some other company, a new different company. All right. There, I can mention my previous company's MD, his name, his job, designation, and the company's name. I can mention the vice president's name as well, so and so, job designation, and the company name. Yes, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Okay, Manjula has got doubts. What should tell exactly? I guess I discussed this point, right, people? What should you tell when you are asked to tell something about yourself? So again, I would give you a gist. When you are given question something like that, I mean something similar to the one your friend has asked, tell me something about yourself. If this is the question, please speak much about your skills, your educational background, and what is the thing that you are looking out for in the company. And if you have got any experience prior, please do mention about that. About your family background, you can just mention a single line, one line or two lines, that's it. Not much, not many. Okay, if you want, I will show you few things. Okay, give me a minute. In that, this is basically a handout. I will be sharing it with all of you. I'll just show it to you. Right. All right. Seeing? Are you seeing? Nice. Once again. Okay. So tell me something about yourself. Don't worry about any other questions being asked, because here we have listed more than 40 questions. So I have discussed things which are not there in this. I have given you tips. I have given you extra etiquettes that is to be followed. So these are for your reference. This doesn't have only questions. It has got answers as well. So you need not worry. Please go through it. I'll be sharing it in. I'll be sharing it via WhatsApp as well. Right? Okay. Any other doubts? Yes, please.
Ma'am, what about ATS? We should put any particular words for the resume?
Sorry, what was that? I'm sorry. I beg your pardon.
About ATS, ma'am.
I know. That is okay. That is basically the system which will scan your resume. That is automatic tracking system. You're speaking about that, right?
Yes, ma'am. And in LinkedIn, I read so many articles that 90% of resumes are rejected because of ATS. Okay. So I want to know more about it.
Yeah, that is what I'm telling. So this, software will have these machines will have predefined softwares. So it will basically look into exact, precise words, standard words. If it finds anything as such interesting in your resumes, so it will select those and keep it aside. Else a normal casual plain resume will be thrown off to the dustbin. Okay, don't worry much about it. Okay, so whatever extra things I've told, add-ons I've asked you to do, mention those. It will be probably the best resume that you can build on yourself. But don't just copy paste it directly from the Google. Try doing it on your own, because HRs will get to know if you're done anything as such.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
PDF as well. Don't worry about it.
Yes, ma'am.
Whatever has been discussed, everything will be shared by the end of the session. Okay, others who didn't have a word with me yet, please speak up.
Any doubts you can clarify? Akhilesh?
All of you are in festive mode, is it, people?
Mode now.
Yeah.
Any other? Santosh? Bhavana? Manjula? Archana? If you have any doubts, you can clarify.
Yep.
Yes, Akhilesh.
Yeah, what question can we ask if the interviewer has attended the interview?
I guess I discussed this, right? By the end of the interview.
Salary.
Apart from salary, you can ask the employer about your job role. Like tell him that, just ask a question something like this. Can I know the particular objectives of my job role? What exactly would my job be, and what are the what do you call? If you're an experienced person, you can ask about the team leads and all those stuff. But if you're a fresher, you can definitely ask much more about the role, basically. Okay, and what are the skills that you'll be enhanced with if you're joining into the company? You can definitely ask these questions. But salary, yes, I told please avoid it. Right? Make sure you ask questions. You can ask about the shifts. If you want, you can ask about the transportation facilities. That is like you are already done. You're already selected, and Like, no, not already selected though, but it's just an extra question that you want, you can ask. Transportation facilities and any other extra skills that the company would be offering so that you can upskill yourselves. Yes, go for it.
As Arpita rightly said, never ask for the salary. Because majority of the times when I have taken the interview, the first thing a candidate asks, sir, salary is to. Then he is rejected. If he or she is having a good communication, presentation, everything, at last, if this question comes up, then they are rejected.
Correct. Correct, sir.
So one more thing is commitment. Any company you go, try to ensure that you stick on to the company for at least 2 years. At least minimum of 1 year, I'll be saying. Don't go to a company and the very next day start updating your resume. Forget about your resume for next 1 year.
Right.
Any more questions?
Yes, Ms. Thomas has got, leave offers. Okay, leave as in the casual leaves that you apply. Are you speaking about that? Okay, all these things you shouldn't be asking the recruiter. There'll be, concerned person from the department, okay, who will be, into this recruitment. Like, say, for example, when you're done with your job interview, you'll be hired. Like, if you are hired, and later you will have something called as induction round. Right, they'll brief you each and everything about the company. Then for the concerned person you can ask about leaves, not with the person who is recruiting you, who is taking interview. If in case it's small startup company, then fine, but with MNCs, no. Okay, right? Okay, anything else, people?
Okay, can everyone come online now? We'll be taking a screenshot of the session. Please come online.
Okay, all of you say cheese with a bright smile.
Amor, Bhavana, Santosh, Kalpana, Usha.
People, you're getting ready, applying makeup and all, no, right? You look beautiful, everyone. Guys.
Guys are taking too much of time.
This is what's up.
Please come online. Okay. Harish, Gahana, waiting for you.
Okay, Bhavna has got a doubt. Okay, Bhavna, I'll clear your doubt once this snapshot happens.
Okay. Say cheese. A big smile. Okay, good. Thank you.
Okay.
Done.
I have got one person's doubt, sir. I'll be clearing it.
Yes, yes, please. Yes, please.
All right. So, Bhavna, this is one such great question I was expecting. You realize that, is it, people? I kept on asking, please do ask questions if you have got any. So, at times, right, when the interviewer asks you question and you're not able to answer for the same, there are two things that you can do. First, tell something which is relevant about the topic. Okay, speak something which is relevant, even if you're not able to answer. Okay, this is the first thing that you can do. Second thing, okay, you can ask for the permission. Ask the interviewer to give you like around 2 minutes of time to think about this topic, and later you can speak. Take 2 minutes of time, think about it, and speak. Okay, please don't be sorry. Please don't tell the interviewer that, sorry sir, I don't know the question. No, you shouldn't tell sorry initially, because it creates a bad impression, right? The HR would have already set standards. Like, he would have portrayed you in a different image, and if you tell sorry sir, I don't know the answer, that will definitely ruin your image. So the first thing that you can do is tell something relevant. Second thing that you can do is take time, seek the HR's permission, take time, and you can tell. Finally, even if you don't know, like, you'll be like, no, I don't know anything about the topic or the question that he has asked, you can be genuine. But please don't give up initially. Please don't give up initially. Right? I guess Bhavna's doubt is clear. Make sure that you try and answer the question being asked.
Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay, people, before winding up with the session, can you just do one exercise for me? All of you, please do hold your hands like this with your index fingers turned on. Everyone, turn on your videos, everyone. Okay, index fingers turned on like this. Beautiful. Keep it here towards the tip of your mouth, both the tips. Pull it up, drag it. Have this smile on your face throughout. Thank you so much, people. This was such a beautiful session. I am glad to be a part of such intelligent space. All the participants are like super good. You are super energetic, but the only thing is you got to just come up, live your fears away. Like I just told you my story, right? Eliminate your weakness and start working on your positive strengths, right? I would like to thank sir for giving me such a great opportunity. Thank you so much. You are such one of my wonderful crowds that I have handled so far. Thank you so much, people.
Good. Thanks a lot, Arpita.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, people.
Before we go ahead, and anyone
Thank
want
you,
to
ma'am.
give a feedback about the session? What was your experience from last 4 hours? So madam has been training you from last 4 hours on different varied topics. So any feedback? How was the session? What did you learn from last 4 hours? Who wants to go first? Who wants to go first? Your experience, what you learned from last 4 hours? Yes. Yes, ma. Okay. Anyone? Akhilesh? Can unmute yourself.
It was very interesting. We came to know about how to handle the situation, the questions, what to answer, what not to answer, and what should be there in our resume and what should not be. That's it. And it was very interesting.
Okay. Thank you, Akhilesh. Priscilla, Thomas.
Yes, for me, I have attended so many webinars during this pandemic, and this was the longest one. And ma'am, thank you for this wonderful session, and it was not boring. And so many things like related to resume, interview skills, everything you covered, and it was very helpful. Even me, I'm doing in economics, but it was like a brief explanation of how to go for an interview, how to attend an interview, and what are things we need to care about. And thank you to Digital Disciples for conducting this webinar, and thank you, ma'am, for taking such an informative class.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. God bless you. Kanika. Bhavana. What did we learn? Yes. You can unmute yourself.
Yes, sir. So it was a good to have this session. Here we learn new things on having resume, curriculum vitae, how to pronounce that word vitae, or dressing formula, the 3W question, and so many things here we learned. And that was amazing session till now. So thank you for the session and for this opportunity to us.
Yes. You get the opportunity, but only thing you have to open the door and get inside.
Yes.
Only knocking doesn't help. So out of so many people or students, you people have come down here on the festival day, taking time, getting scoldings from your parents over there, and you are sat over here to upgrade your skills. A big claps for all of you first.
That's the best part about this crowd, sir. That is what I just told them.
Yes. I see my known people who are sleeping at home. Festival, I don't want to learn anything. I don't want to do anything. I want to eat festival food and sleep. So good thing, good to see you all, energetic people. So thank you, Arpita. Thanks for your time.
Thank
So
you.
it was a wonderful session. Actually, I was sitting for this session almost like 4 hours now. I too learned a lot of things. I missed a lot of things and learned a lot from you also.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks for being a part of the team and helping the upcoming generation. Because if you see, there's a lot of changes which has happened in national educational policy.
Right.
By the time you pass out, I see a lot of you are just in the final year or a second year. By the time you pass out, there will be a lot of changes in the industry sector or the education sector.
Right.
You have to cope up now, and otherwise you'll be lost in the race. So work on your skills. It may be your, what do we say as ask, your attitude, knowledge and skills. So work on these areas and be a successful person. So good to see you all again. Take care. And one more thing, your certificates will be mailed to your respective email IDs in 7 working days. And study materials or learning resources will be also sent through mail only. Otherwise, we'll be WhatsApping you. So be in the WhatsApp group. That's all. Okay. But then take care. Have a festive food now. Enjoy.
Okay. Before going, people, yes, 3 things I would like to tell. Please have down to earth wala nature. Don't degrade others. And
Very
finally, smile. Yeah. Thank you so much,
Thank you.
sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
And all the students, you have a super good energy. Please do come up with the things that you aspire for. Okay, don't just step backwards, right? Thank you. And
Thank
yes,
you,
I'll
ma'am.
be sharing the handouts in the group, right? If you can just go through it and you'll have 0 doubts. I'm damn sure about it. If in case you have got any queries, you can post it in the group. I'll be responding to it, right? Beautiful. Done.
Okay, ma'am.
Good day. Bye bye. Take care.
Bye, man.
Bye.
Take care.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye.
Yeah.
Bye, ma'am.